Boof. Oh, sweet Jesus, help us.
Is this you guys?
Yeah. Yes, it happens to be.
I always loved that song, dude.
Oh, my Atlanta. Oh, my
I told y'all that'd be the best one, man.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another special episode of the Strange Herd Podcast. We have two very, very special guests today. We got to my left over here, the one, the only, Joseph. I'm not going to do the whole name. Giacopelli.
That's good. I'm gay.
And then on our right over here, we got Winder Man himself.
That's right.
He says things that you can't understand.
Winder Man.
Winder Man he's right here. Can confirm.
And so this is one of the episodes that we're going back to bug one of my old bandmates and one of my best friends of all time. And so, yeah, we're going to just get after it, man. So, yeah, you want to talk about the fighting off the bears with the M16 and the flashlight?
Freaking M16, brother.
M12, whatever you had.
Yeah, there's an M4017, you know.
47,
It cost him
two-ton shotgun.
like $500,000, you know.
Man, I don't know if we want to go right into that story.
We had to fill it out.
Want to
man.
warm
Yeah,
her
well,
up first?
Yeah,
This podcast is gonna be like a diesel engine. We gotta
get
warm
a
it
slow
up.
burn.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
get them glow plugs going. You know
Well,
what I'm
then,
saying?
let's start how we started with Josh and Joey. You know, it's like, tell your point of view of how you became the drummer of Trombley Bay.
Well, I didn't suck at drums,
That helps.
and
Oh, there you go. Good. Yeah. No, oh, no.
oh boy.
I'm so glad you're here.
Well, how did we? Was it house church?
Mm-mm. You,
No,
Russell walked in on us.
Well,
Oh, did he? Is that right? Walked in on
we
you
were about
guys.
40 minutes in, and old Russell walked in.
He just walked in. Golly, I didn't know you guys were.
Well, it started when you we went to prom and our prom groups both like cold.
So you're
like-
talking about when we first met?
Yeah,
Like
first
ever.
met from the beginning.
Okay, well, so we were in the same grade, which was surprising because you had chest hair.
Yep.
But yeah, we were what was it, like 11th grade?
I want to say it was 11th or 10th. Yeah, sophomore.
Yeah.
Yeah, sophomore.
When did
junior.
you go to Grace? First.
I mean, that was back in like middle school.
Okay. Well, needless to say, it was probably high school before I even knew who you were, and
Yeah.
we saw each other around. And I had a friend group, and the Venn diagram of our friends overlapped with some friends that overlapped with your sister, and your sister was friends with our friends. We were all friends, and
I love it, dude.
she asked me to prom or homecoming.
I think it was homecoming or something.
Yeah, I think it was homecoming first, and I think okay. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I
There we go. There we go.
So after that homecoming, we all went to Waffle House because that's the only thing you can afford when you're 17.
Correct.
And we were all eating there, and it was me, you, and Gabe Ellentenny. I don't know if I should name drop Gabe, but we could edit.
We'll
that
ask him
post if
later.
We need to.
We'll ask for forgiveness.
All right.
We bleep it out. Another short fella,
Yeah.
one of us, short in some ways.
Oh,
But yeah, we went to Waffle House, and you guys talked about hanging out afterward at your house, and that was the first night I met Josh Moore as well.
Oh shit! I didn't know
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were just like, oh yeah, come back to the house. We'll play some music or something like
Yeah,
that, right?
we hung out downstairs in the basement. We just like, I don't know, this is the first time someone had like invited me over their house
Yeah.
in a long time, and I guess we kind of met each other. That we played music that night, like or in the morning.
I think it was the morning. Like,
Okay.
yeah, we all woke up, said bye, and it's like, hey, Joseph, you want to play some drums and stuff real quick?
Yeah, so we woke up. You knew I was a drummer, and I guess we went in there. We started jamming, and you were already in a band.
Yeah, I already had
So
a band and a
you were
drummer.
already, committed to somebody else, and I came into your life, and you just threw all that out the window.
Yep.
So we started playing drums.
love
and
at first sight.
I pulled a Megan.
You pulled him.
Pulled him in.
Yeah. So that morning we got up, we started jamming. And your drummer for your band who walked in on us jamming. And yeah,
And in all good sport, he was like, what? He played along with it perfectly, only to find out later.
ha ha, hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Studio.
Yeah, Joey talked about
Studio.
that, and it's like, and apparently Russell, he's got his own pretty well-going podcast. It's Minecraft podcast, or no, Adventure Time.
Adventure Time
And he got
Oh,
one of the
wow.
voice actors actually to come on the episode.
man. From Adventure Time?
I believe so.
That's wild.
Got
man. That's
to
pretty
double
cool.
check that, but I mean, like I said, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm sorry, Russ. I was a dick when I was 16.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we got, we're learning. It's always a constant learning process,
But like, I never got to ask you, like, like, what was the thought process for you on like, do I really want to join a band with this guy?
I mean, it wasn't really a thought process at that time. I didn't have like stuff going on, so like playing drums with somebody was just like, oh yeah, that's what we'll do this evening. you
Yeah.
know? That's kind of what my life was like back then. I mean, and a little bit now to some degree. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing in the next 4 hours. Like I legitimately don't know. Um, we'll see when we get home.
Yeah, I mean, whatever the baby wants to
Oh,
do, right?
no.
I
Yeah.
got a wife and kids, and I still don't know what I'm doing in 4 hours.
God, I think I speak for the
It's
whole.
amazing, honestly.
I think I could speak for the whole band not if we had to take bets.
Who first?
Who first?
Uh,
Not the guy with no shoe or cell phone.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, man, I got real good at reading signs on the highway there for a minute.
Dude.
Oh my God.
You'd be surprised how far you could get just reading signs.
Well,
Yeah.
where's the sign to Jared's house?
It's like I'm on Arnold Road. What part?
Just follow the smoke.
If you cut all the lights off, there'll be a green one.
So yeah, and then like we just kind of started going along with it, and then I mean, God, dude, there was just so much. Like, I mean, like where Joseph started drumming, it was like and then it was did you come into the band and it was still Jared Monday project, I think, at that point.
Yeah, it was the Jared Monday project.
So yeah. So tell me, how did you guys all just conspire behind my back to change the name?
There were just more of us
Oh yeah, that's right. I got outvoted.
than you. Yeah, which didn't seem to be a problem before.
It's not
Sure.
about you, Jared.
I know.
All right, not
Yeah, it's
anymore.
not about Jared.
Oh, frickin' jeez.
Jeez, what a guy.
He's
Frickin'
all the
what
way
a
back full circle.
stupid.
Can't get
dummy.
away from himself.
But yeah, dude, I mean, it was just awesome. Like, I mean, I speak for a lot of people when you sit down and you play the drums, everyone's just like, damn. Like,
Yeah, that was today at church.
yeah, that's the
Yes,
only-
sir.
The whole congregation was like, damn.
Hey, man, that guy's playing the drums. Like, I hear him, man.
No, I feel him. I feel the
those
Lord.
drums.
No, yeah, man, I love playing
feel a
drums.
certain
It's
way.
been one of those. I mean, I really think it's the most fun instrument. I mean, and you play pretty much everything. A little bit of everything.
Just enough of
master
everything.
Of a couple of instruments, but I mean, you know that feel. Like the thing about drums is that like with some instruments, I guess it depends. It can be like this on guitar if you're good enough. But when you start feeling it,
Mhm.
sometimes you get a little sloppy. You can get a little
Push, pull, kind of flow
you
back.
feel it more than you do it.
Yeah.
But drums,
Yes.
you can be
Yeah.
you can be really feeling it, and it just kind of makes them better. It kind of makes
Yeah.
you a little tighter, a little faster. You play a little harder,
Yeah.
and
Well, I mean,
I
that
just
old,
always love playing drums, man.
or like that saying, a really good band with an okay drummer is just going to be a good band.
Yeah.
But a shitty band with a good drummer can always be a great band.
Yeah,
Like, if you got a really good
Yeah,
drummer, it
yeah.
can bring everybody up.
that's how you know Metallica's.
That's what I was about to
players
say.
were so good.
Metallica, man. Jeez.
Bro, Lars, you did us dirty, buddy. I don't know. You got this, bro. Those are some strong coattails right there.
Yeah, man. That. Just a
Sorry to
clock
call out
back
Metallica.
there.
I mean, it's not
You
like I
know.
can compare to you guys, but
Yeah, I mean,
hey, you made it and I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
but God, man. And then I think it was just funny because then, Mr. Winderman over here, you've had a very unique perspective to it all because you were the reason, or Joseph was the reason I became friends with you.
That's right, man. Yeah, dude.
Hair was a lot shorter then.
It was a lot shorter.
All of
Jeez.
ours was, man.
That's right. And then we were just all like, "Oh, Dad, growing out your hair? Yeah, of course.
Why not?
What do you mean?
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't I?
Duh."
Like, it's just like good night, man. It's like I feel like Devin's just always been. You were there for the Ron White show.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
yes,
bro.
sir.
So many Athens shows.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, dude. I mean, that was the best.
Dude,
That was one of my favorite ones, besides the 40-watt show.
Yeah, I'll never forget that time. Your sister and her friend came to one of our shows.
Oh, yeah.
oh,
That
yeah,
guy
yeah, yeah.
was,
That drunk toddler that almost died because we beat his. We were so close.
Dude, that
Brother in the
that
Lord.
bartender had to stop you when the show was done, dude, because he was still.
he was still trying.
He thought he had some like mega riz and was just going after your sister. He's like, "Oh, she likes me."
Oh,
That's
yeah,
all.
bro, dude.
You know, if I just keep, putting it on, like, they'll come around. And they were just 100% denying this guy. And so they were over there at a table, and they shifted over, and there was like a stage, and next to the stage there was a
Like the band's
there
group.
was a little
like
there
yeah.
was like a square stage, and at the back of the stage there was a little stairwell,
Oh yeah, you got that. Yeah, that part of the stair. Yeah.
and they sat on the stairwell
Well,
to
'cause
get
remember-
away from this guy.
Yeah, we told them come up on stage, and like they kind of sat behind you a little bit. Like
Yeah, so like in these bars, I mean, they're just absolutely packed full of people. I mean, it's like shoulder to shoulder.
assholes to
So, like,
elbows.
They just wanted to get away because they didn't want to feel. I mean, you can feel like you're lost in the
Oh.
crowd. You can feel like you're alone, like you don't have anybody next to you, especially if you don't know somebody. So they got kind of away from the crowd, and they came and they knew us. You know, they're all real good friends with us, and they sat on the steps. And the guy came up to the steps, like completely followed him, like he's not getting the hint.
Just
And
trying.
he grabbed. I don't remember who it was, but he grabbed one of their arms.
Yeah.
He started pulling. He was like, "Come on!" And your sister and her friend were like screaming, like "Stop it!" like hitting him.
Daggum, yeah.
And they were. They were probably sitting as close as you are to me.
Yeah.
And the guy is grabbing him, and I was playing the drums, and I don't remember what song we were playing, but I was playing. I was like, "Wham!"
On
Just
beat.
Smack
whacked
the
it.
dude.
I remember he's looking back, and I just see you slapping him and
Ding.
waving your stick. No, no. And then you just kept hitting it, and I was like, yeah, beat his ass, Joseph, and on beat, and on
And
beat.
on beat.
Didn't miss it.
Didn't miss a beat. Like no, I don't think Josh even knew what happened.
No, Josh.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's probably freaking sweating his ass off over there.
Get me a bird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me a bird.
Trying not to mess up his. He
Yeah.
didn't have a pedal board at that time.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Whose pedal board got messed up that night?
Had to have been
Probably
Joey's, dude.
yours.
I mean, I was usually,
know.
I had my pedal boards had more beer.
Oh
Still.
no, that was at the river. Big Dog on the
yeah,
River.
the big dog on the river.
That's when you got somebody.
The
spilled
big
some-
dog on the river.
Oh, dude, no, that was the show that one lady was trying to she was like, yeah. Then she just
Oh, that's
like
right.
her shin hit the front of the stage where she could, and then she just
It was your
smacked the
guitar
mic.
stand.
Yeah, and then she my guitar case that was open for the tips just folded completely open. I'm like, well, that's broke.
Hyperextended.
It was just the tips, huh?
Yeah, and then I don't know, that show was crazy. But yeah, that one though, it's like, dude, the fact that the guy and I even remember stopping the show and say, hey, you need to get your boy.
He didn't even know
Yeah.
what hit him when I smacked. And dude, I don't know if you've ever been hit with a drumstick
Yeah,
anywhere.
it fucking
It
sucks.
hurts really bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's surprising. It
Yeah.
surprises you how bad it hurts. And he got right in the middle of the face. He
Dang.
had a big old red mark. And when he got hit, I mean, it took him like a full second. It was
Yeah.
like smack. Like he didn't even
Yeah.
know. He was like, "Why does that hurt?" You
It's
know.
like, wait, it's supposed to hurt,
This is freaking.
And then your sister and her friend were laughing. It was so funny, dude.
dude.
Oh my gosh, they died laughing.
And I mean, it was like I remember just telling the bartender guy, because the thing was the bartender was a part of the fraternity that booked us at the bar, and the fraternity ran the bar, and he was like one of their young pledges or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just remember saying, you need to get your boy before he gets hurt.
Yeah.
And then thankfully Joe Moore was there, and I just remember that.
Oh man.
That I mean, he was a solid 2 heads
Oh,
taller than this
jeez.
kid, and I mean, this was a literal
Yeah.
2 heads
child
and a beard.
Yeah.
and a big old beard.
Jeez.
And he's like, you need to walk off. You need to get the fuck out of here. You need to do whatever. And the guy's like, come on, man. And I just remember,
You
just
jumped
remember-
off the stage.
Yeah,
you
it was
jumped
all-
off the stage after the show. And how much do you weigh, Jared?
well, that time I was like, I'm like 245 right now, but I was like
weight,
But
dude.
you're a solid
250s
man.
usually walking
You're,
around.
Yeah.
you're not like you're
like a grizzly
you don't have a
gorilla.
lot of fluff.
You
Like,
know?
when you
Grizzly
hit that
gorilla.
ground, bro,
I'm just saying, man.
I remember the sound when you hit the ground.
The-
The boom.
Uh-oh.
Just both feet.
Freaking daddy bears down on a
You
freaking.
just pushed him against the wall, and he's like,
Jeez.
"I don't know who you are."
Well, dude, I remember like,
Dude, that bartender was like, "Chill, bro,
Chill,
yeah,
he's
come
chill,
on,
bro.
he's
I know
chill,
you're
he's
gonna
chill,
beat his
come on, he's
ass,
chill."
you know?
I mean,
You're like, you're like, you need to get your boy.
you need to get your
Yeah.
boy.
He's about to.
Before I come over there, you know.
And then I think we had wrapped up or
We
anything.
were already over there, bro. That's
But
the problem.
before I
Yeah.
come over there, you know.
Well, dude, I remember after I had done that part, then there was the part where like he was still like trying to get through Joe Moore, and like try to get through him to go talk to him again. And I just remember the funniest part was he tried to push Joe Moore.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Joe-
right.
He pushed himself.
Yeah, right.
And he he was like, oh, he didn't move. And then Joe was like, all right, he touched me. And he just whoosh. And
Yeah.
the guy flew up, bounced off the back wall, and then collapsed. I was like, what the fuck, man? And I think that's when they grabbed him and stuff. And then he was still talking shit as we were loading out to the bartender. And I was like,
Yeah.
That's
the liquor
talking.
Those guys wouldn't let me talk. So
Dude, I can't remember if I said it. I said a few things to him on stage, but I was like, yeah, I think I said that thing. Was like, yeah, we don't appreciate people grabbing girls at our shows, like just calling them out on stage, and that's the power of being on stage.
He didn't even know.
Oh yeah,
who you were
he
talking
doesn't
about.
even remember. It's like, dude, I guarantee his friends woke him up the next morning. He's like, dude, did you know you almost died last night? The band almost murdered you,
Freaking grizzly gorilla bird, dude, came off that dang stage, man.
dude.
A grizzly bear in a black T-shirt almost killed you.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't make me come over."
Dude,
Woo.
yeah, that was an interesting show. But I mean, what's your like high and lows of like best show, worst show?
Ooh.
Patty's doesn't count.
Patties.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
Whoa.
That's the worst show.
Yeah,
That was one of
Oh,
the worst
man.
band trips I've ever been on. I'm not even gonna talk about the show. Let me tell you what my experience.
your point of
was.
view.
Okay.
Josh, come
Okay.
throw me a Zimbabwe. I'm gonna need one.
What?
The Zinni.
What are we?
Frickin-
What are we calling Senor? Guy.
Guy Ferrari.
Patty's bar? What?
No, the guy that owns this place.
Oz.
Oz. Okay, Oz. So Oz had an uncle
Oh.
that had an RV he didn't want. Let me get one of them bad boys. Oh, that's the last one. We don't know which one's mine. This might be mine. Could be yours.
Piece of shit.
Turn on the lights.
Those are the exciting lights.
Those are the exciting lights.
Oh, dude, I forgot to get the gong. Is it racist gong?
Jared!
We'll get it. We'll get it later when we get racist.
Jared!
Racist gong.
Is it racist?
All right,
We'll get it later.
Oh,
Yeah,
gee, I want to hit it. The gong. Can I do it? Jared.
If Winder Man hits it, it's probably yes.
It's probably yeah.
Wonder Man.
But yeah, the Patty's bar.
Okay, so
Yeah, we got the RV.
what's his name?
It was Pat. I don't
No,
know.
the guy that we're talking about.
Oz
He
is
who-
the Oz's
Oz.
uncle had
Oz.
an RV.
like
Oh,
the great
Lord.
and powerful wizard.
yes, the great and powerful
The
one.
great and powerful.
So Oz had an uncle who had an RV
The Oz
that he
man.
didn't want because no one should want that RV.
It was decrepit,
It was
barely
it was
running.
impressive.
It was pretty
It was-
terrible
It was
looking.
impressively horrible. I mean, there were condoms in the corners. I mean, it was bad.
And he was single.
Whoa.
I mean, I guess that would make sense, right?
Hopefully, I mean, it's being safe. But anyway,
You don't.
I
use
gotta
condoms
gotta
when
be
you're married, Jared.
gotta be safe, man.
I mean, I'm not even. I'm celebrating my 1-year anniversary and I have a kid.
yeah.
So
You, you did your time,
might as well
brother.
be Catholic.
Hey,
Anyway,
L'chaim.
L'chaim. L'chaim.
What the? Did you think it?
All right, and sink it. What is this pop protector?
filter,
PP
yeah.
filter.
Yes.
That's like a wind protection
pop
on there,
filter,
Joker.
Yeah, I couldn't get in there because of the pop filter. But anyway, yeah, he had this freaking crazy. I mean, I feel like I blocked out a lot of the visuals of that.
Stains.
But yeah, we took that camper, we took it to Florida, like a bunch of 19-year-olds who think that they're
Taking over the world.
yeah with guitars. And
Or battle X.
so we take that thing to Florida. I can't even believe that our parents
Let us.
let us go, even though we were 19. I mean, that's one of those things, I guess, where as
We
a
weren't
parent,
19.
you're just like,
We were drinking like crazy.
I mean, you
We had
know.
to be at least 21.
I don't know, Jared.
I mean, that wouldn't have stopped us.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway,
We had Carl.
Carl.
God bless Carl.
Yeah.
Such a love
So
Carl.
we took that thing to Florida. We parked somewhere
Oh,
Parked in front of
in
the
St.
bar.
George Island. Oh yeah, we parked in front of the bar. We tried to sleep that night, and it was so hot.
Oh, I stayed in there, and Josh and Joey went over to the Joey's family's house that was nearby.
They have like a nice beach house.
They're, generation
Dude.
after generation, they have
Dude.
built that place up.
And
nice
so
is
we tried to sleep in that RV,
Yeah.
and it was so hot that I couldn't sleep. And there was nowhere to sleep, and the carpet was like sandpaper. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
So I tried to sleep outside of. I mean, it was like unbelievable the difference between the inside of the RV. It was like it wasn't possible
Yeah.
for it to be that much hot. I mean, it was probably like 30 degrees hotter in this. I mean, it felt like it probably was.
It's a cooking box, yeah.
It's probably like 30,
Yeah, come on,
15 or
man.
whatever. But I tried to sleep outside, and I got so like raided by sand fleas.
Oh,
Oh,
That- So I
golly.
walked across the island, which is like a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
I walked across the island to the beach. I dug a hole in the sand,
Forgot about that.
Oh
and I
my
laid down in the sand,
goodness.
put a towel over me, and I slept because it was the only place cool enough to
Wow.
sleep.
His animal
Understand, please.
instincts.
I had to sleep.
I-
When I got back that morning, I remember waking you up, and the sound that your body made when it peeled off
Oh
of
no.
that mattress, you sweat like
Dude,
gallons.
The brown spot of just
And
all the sweat
your,
and dirt.
Your sweat went in and brought out this
Freaking-
sin-stained
Dude,
goop.
dude, you just
Like,
dry brine that freaking mattress, dude.
bro, it was so
Freaking-
bad that RV. Anyway, so
Yeah.
we got that. So after that, we woke up, and did we go to? That wasn't the same trip.
No.
That's a completely different trip.
Yeah, it was a different trip.
We're talking about a
Literal.
We're talking about
We're
a different
talking
trip.
about
Yeah, that was a Joey's beach house.
Yeah, that was a Joey Beach
That was
House
the one
adventure.
where we had to have a round table debate as to whether or not we were going to let you even play.
Yeah.
And I got outvoted because they
Yeah.
were like, "We're going to put him up there.
And he's
We're
going
going to put a guitar in his hands. Muscle memory
Well,
is going to kick in.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
and
if it
he's
wasn't
just
the
gonna,
He'll be great.
If it wasn't the concussion that I suffered,
What do you mean concussion?
oh, my drunk naked body was just. They were trying to bring me back inside, and then I was going. They told me he was falling.
You just flopped in
And-
there.
Caitlin or some girl that was with us at that
the
trip.
one that skinned that shark.
Oh,
and
the
stole his
shark, yeah,
jaw?
sharky,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like she did her best to try to carry me, but then she's like, he's too big, and she just from
Yeah,
what y'all
we
told me.
let like a 115-pound girl try to armpit carry, fireman carry you into the freaking.
The gr-
But thankfully, the table broke my fall
Yeah,
on my head.
yeah.
I didn't feel it though. I wasn't there.
Gee, you hit the table?
Like it was
I
like
remember-
clunk.
Remember,
Dang.
I remember trying to get you out of the master bedroom
Oh god.
in the shower. I won't tell the whole story, but I remember
I was
looking for it.
all
I couldn't find you.
suds. I was all studs.
And I opened the door, and you were wearing a giant straw hat in the shower, washing your body.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, this man doesn't know where
He doesn't.
is.
Why is this water not hitting my
He's
head,
like,
dude?
The sun's not here. Like,
Can't
where
get
am
the suds off of me. It's like you got to be in the water, Jared.
He's like, I don't know. It's raining sideways.
Well, to be fair, the mistake that I had made was a tactical error.
Was it tactical?
It's more like a planning error.
It was a lot of errors, but the biggest one was that I kept trying to get that mixture of the tequila and the margarita maker and stuff, and then I just
I
kept
think you got him.
and I got
You got them mixed up?
I was like more clear stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
No pun intended.
Yeah. So I ended up
Love
like,
a
just drinking
margarita right now.
a lot of tequila before the show, more than I had realized, and then it all caught up to me. And it was also because Oz, that was on that trip, he didn't have any money in his bank account, and I ended up eating all the sandwiches and bread and stuff that I had.
Jesus.
Oh, you thought a sandwich was going to bring you
No, I was hoping to eat a lot through the day, but Oz, he ended up eating
Freaking piece of shit.
all my food. Do you remember that sandwich he made?
Freaking, he's
I
got to
don't remember.
he's got to
the
work even
sandwich.
harder now.
I remember you.
What's the timestamp? Dang it.
Oz made these sandwiches that he was swearing.
13 minutes, 12 seconds right there.
Sebastian's making notes over there. He's got to bleep out like 7 names.
Gosh,
But it wasn't Oz's fault that he didn't have food or didn't bring any food down on that
Damn
trip.
osmosis.
But man, I
Straight all the
swear.
freaking forgot the osmosis.
But he kept trying to tell everyone, try this peanut butter and turkey sandwich. It's good. Like
Peanut
remember
butter and
those?
turkey.
He was.
I'm like, here, man, try some with his pork,
It's like
brother.
a dastard chef.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I accidentally got inebriated very heavily, overdosed on alcohol before the show.
Wasted.
Yeah, I mean, you came out of your blackout on stage.
Yeah, I remember it was all along the watchtower, and there was like 5 or 6 people just rocking out to us, and I just kind of did this look at Joseph. Woo!
Bro, we played for 6 hours in the sun. We got
Dude.
sun poisoning.
Yeah, I
100%.
Yeah,
At least
Shoo.
2 of us. At one point, you stopped in the middle of a song.
and I
while Joey
threw up
was,
in my hat.
was doing a solo. You took your hat off, threw up into it, and put it down, and kept singing like 30
Like a
seconds later.
fucking champ.
I'm honestly, it was
Dude.
pretty. I was impressed. I was impressed
Well,
that you did that.
To say all that, like, sure, I'm I'm positive the show at the beginning was extremely what?
Nothing.
What
Keep
you,
going.
what you mean?
Speaking to the mic,
I'm very positive.
Participab.
Participate.
I was very like
Are you
I
lesdistic?
lost a lot,
Right, Ryan?
but I obviously don't remember the beginning of the show, so I can't speak to how good or bad that was. But there were people fucking rocking out with us, and there
I
was
was rocking out.
Yeah.
I was having a good time, man. I was drinking Millers. I mean, all day,
all day,
all day,
All night.
Miller man over here,
all day.
dude. I didn't even know what
So,
was
yeah,
going on the whole time. I was just
Needless
we
to
going?
say, we weren't ever allowed to play at Patty's again.
Well,
Yeah,
and Josh brought this up on his episode too.
You ate like 12 oysters before you went on stage, too.
oh man,
Can I explain the vomit
Yeah.
gee,
and the no water and all beer?
oof.
I think I drank nothing but the
tequila?
summer shanties and tequila.
You probably just drank the mix.
Yeah, so that was probably the worst show.
Yeah, no, that's
That was
the
probably
one they told
worst
us.
show that
Yeah,
we did.
no, don't come back tomorrow. But yeah, we learned a lot. That was a good lesson for us.
No, we didn't. We didn't learn anything.
Should have.
We had that level of show a couple more times.
Yeah.
Brought some friends we shouldn't have brought. A couple of gigs.
Rip,
Rip around.
dang.
Man, but
Um,
and then so
Trying to
yeah,
think of best show.
yeah. Like it doesn't have to be like.
Dude, do you remember our first show at the Masquerade with that stupid lamp?
Oh, dude, that
With
wasn't our
the
first
lamp?
show.
We played half that show.
Dude, our first show was at
we asked the Masquerade to turn all the lights off,
yeah,
and we played with nothing but a lamp.
Was
yeah,
it
Like a
like a
a
little-
something like that?
a halogen light
It was
lamp.
exactly like that lamp.
It's probably that lamp.
No,
No, it's not
that. It ain't that lamp?
Sebastian that had the lamp at his old house before he moved in the backyard for years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was just this white and gold
The Joker got rain.
little
on.
halogen lamp.
I don't
And
know.
I remember saying this over and over again in band practice because we're in a small basement room, and we'd turn the light.
That's how we would practice.
Yeah, we'd have, and it was great mood lighting for that size room. But I kept saying this is the Masquerade, the Hell stage at the old place.
Yeah.
It's too big. It's not gonna like
It's
bounce
not
off
gonna
the walls.
translate, Yeah, at all.
And so, but everyone was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna do it anyway."
Was that
We'll do
just
it
Josh
live.
though? Was it
It-
just Josh pushing that one? I don't know.
that was Josh and his flaming
it
lip
was,
stage.
It was all of us.
We should have stopped
were-
him, but
me and Josh were probably like, dude, the ambiance, bro. We played like 4 songs. We should have played the intro to one song
and then
and then turn all the lights on in the middle of that first song, but we didn't. And then Azaz dumped all the confetti behind the fan. He was supposed to like
Yep.
dump it like gradually into the fan so that it would like.
we were
blow.
hoping he would take a
And he
handful, throw it, and the fan was a big, powerful, like Hampton Bay, like box fan, like one of those big metal
Gonna
ones.
Yeah.
suck this
And-
Joker right up,
and
man.
it was just like
And he
throw it
just
on,
took a trash bag and dumped it behind the fan,
And
thinking
the-
it was all gonna.
and the blob.
And it all hit the ground.
Well, it went
and like 17 pieces of confetti flew and hit the
Oh
stage,
my
and the Masquerade
goodness.
was like, "You guys are
Cleaning this shit
yeah,
up.
exactly.
Like the stage guy came out here with. I remember Josh was drunk and he's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, Josh, no, we have to clean this up.
Can you imagine if someone came to your
Man.
house, and dumped confetti on the ground, and was like, "What are you talking about?"
What do you
Yeah.
mean
This
clean
is
it
your
up?
house.
This is
It's only your place of business.
water, man.
I mean, that was a funny show. I mean, there was that show that we did at the Masquerade, and then we did another one. Well, our first show was actually at Grayson High School,
That's right.
which we're all out. I think that's when we
In
were.
a battle of the bands.
Yeah, well, we were just like, hey, we're going to be a band to come and be like a featured. We knew we weren't going to win. None of us went to high
they
school
weren't
there.
allowed to do that, yeah.
But you were, I think it was the year after we were like 19.
How'd y'all do?
Well, we were the best band there, but it's like, it's like we've been doing it all summer long at that point, and then we just kind of were there to, hey,
Well, we were 19 and we had all been playing music since we were, like kids. And they were a bunch of like, I played guitar over the summer and joined a band.
yeah,
We named it Five Finger.
Puppy Punch or something like that.
Oh, good one. Dang.
But,
finger.
but I mean, that was funny. And then, oh, dude, I remember the 40 watt show for the Road to Bonnaroo. That was
good.
that was one of our.
We got robbed.
Yeah, we got robbed.
Yeah.
But I mean, good God, anyone else getting a bunch of static now?
A little bit.
That's be all right.
That's better.
Can't tell what that is.
I'm not too worried about it.
You can't fucking hear.
I can hear that.
But I mean, dude, other than that, I mean, there's a couple shows that we did at the Whiskey Bent that were my personal favorites just because of like the double makeout on stage. That was fun.
The double
The
makeout?
Yeah, remember when Josh was
Makeout.
getting chased around on stage by that girl because she wanted to kiss him? And
No.
Jessica was tearing through the crowd about to murder her.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot about that completely.
Yeah, we were playing like Folsom Prison or
was
something.
fun.
I was 3 or 4 tables back playing the solo behind my head, and then
Of course.
and then I just hear the bass start, flump, 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 and I'm like, something is wrong.
The lips are connected with the strings.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I just remember looking back and seeing this girl's got Josh by both ears trying to kiss him.
Oh my.
And he's like, no, I have a girlfriend. So like the
He's
hero.
like, no,
The hero comes.
No, don't do it.
I'm
You
so unhappy about this right now.
And then I just remember being the
Oh my Lord.
God dang. I just leaped back onto the stage and I was like, he has a girlfriend, but I don't. And it was just
You're like,
but
I
I
don't have a
don't.
girlfriend.
and she just was holding Josh's ears and just goes, oh, okay. And then and then some other girl, because that was the year in Athens.
Someone kissed me on the cheek, I think, that night.
Ain't that just
I think I
ain't
remember
sweet?
that. They were going around at
Yeah, because
everybody,
remember,
and they gave me like a on
Ooh.
the cheek, and I was like, nah.
well, remember
Drummer, my little drummer boy.
the girls down there, they for the 21st birthday, they'd have the checklist.
Makes you hit the bass drum a little harder.
They have a checklist?
Yeah, like do a shot at like a bar,
Oh, okay.
make out with someone in a band. Like that was all,
understood.
usually like kiss one, because
Okay.
Athens is known for always having a bunch of bands out at night and
That
stuff.
That makes more sense.
So you just bar
Why
hop
these-
until you find
Yeah.
a bandmate that's
That's-
cute enough, and then
willing.
yeah, dude, you were. Let's talk about Winder Man being the absolute best of like. What would I can't call you like a roadie, but you're like chief of staff.
I'm just there, man.
You were like chief of
I'm
staff,
just there. Oh, Joey broke a string. Don't worry, I'll save today.
dude. Seriously, those
Everybody's like, yeah,
thank God,
guitar's fixed.
somebody knows how to fix a guitar.
You know?
But dude, Winder Man over here, he would I'd be like making eyes, doing the front man thing at some girl, and you know she'd blow me a kiss like Devin.
Yeah.
Her, no, not her. No.
Oh,
Her.
Yeah. No worries. I got you.
No.
I got you.
I want that one, not that one. You know.
Yeah, that Ron White show was awesome.
Oh,
That-
Dude.
So Ron White played at what, the Georgia Theater?
That was
I think it was the Civic Center, the Classic Center. That's
George.
what it was.
Oh, was it?
I think it was the
I
Classic
think
Center.
it was
Yeah,
the Georgia
I think
Theater.
it was the Georgia Theater too.
debatable. Anyway,
Whatever. Who? I mean, you know.
he played he did his comedy
He
act.
did a show.
He did a
Yes.
show and
he
rented out
was-
the bar.
Yeah, he was doing an after party at Whiskey Bin,
No, that one it's changed names now, but it
the
was
Something Barrel.
It was that one right there in the corner. You know what I
not.
mean?
It was like hunter. It was like a hunting themed bar at one point.
Irish something.
No, it was close to Whiskey Bin.
44
No,
something. I don't
either
know.
way, it was one of
It was the one on the end on the corner.
Yeah, I think it used to be Flanagan. It's now Flanagan.
It had
or-
the balcony up top. I know that. That was
That's
pretty
Whiskey
cool.
Bin, but we didn't play the Ron White show there.
I mean,
Either way, we played
whatever it is.
Ron White rented out a bar for the after party, promoted it, and the bar was like, we know you guys, Trombley Bay, kick ass, and Ron White requested a band that's like a kick ass rock band, and so they thought of us, and thank God they did, and
Give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. You know what I mean?
Man,
Kick-ass
we never
rock
practiced
band.
that song one time in our entire career, and we played it all
a
the time.
lot.
Dude.
But yeah, I've continued. Yeah, I mean that was
Yeah, so that was probably one of the best ones as far as just like people being there. I mean, it was just. I mean, that place was.
Dude, it was
they're
a
usually
sick
packed, but that
show.
was, like, it was
It was
ridiculous.
lit.
yeah.
He
Ron
was like
Ron
pouring
was lit.
tequila in people's mouths.
Dude, I was
Dude.
playing a solo, and he just like her, and just
You
poured.
were playing Freebird.
Oh, of
you were playing the
course.
solo, and
Yeah.
you let him take your pick.
Yes.
And play your guitar.
Yeah. I got
solo
a
Freebird.
video somewhere.
I know I have that.
Somewhere.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Pictures.
Sebastian, I'm going to send this to you. See if is it possible for you to pull it up?
I took this picture, by the way. I took this picture. That's how cool I am.
Yeah.
Just had Winder Man over here. Yes, sir.
That. Oh my God.
Freaking.
He's
He was. That was
Dude.
before he
he's a
stopped
part of it.
drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
He had.
Oh yeah.
He's since stopped drinking, and then
He's been sober for a while.
Mhm.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, exactly.
God,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
watched that video, man. That's wild. He just
Yeah.
went and they guided him through, and I'm a changed man.
Yeah, I think the best part was when he walked up on
Nice
stage.
sweet potato salad.
You sweet potatoes.
They call me sweet tater salad.
Like I mean,
Call me
dude,
sweet tater.
it's just one of those. Like I couldn't believe it. But he walks up on stage, and he wanted to introduce like the band, and he's like,
Yeah.
"What's the band's
What's
name
the
again?"
band's name again? Yeah, I remember that.
Trombley Bay. And he's like,
You know, yeah, I remember. I couldn't understand a word, but yeah, exactly.
"Oh my God!" And dude,
Let's, you know, like he freaking went
oh, he
all
was
in.
ready for it.
I mean, he'd already been,
playing a show and drinking.
doing good.
That wasn't the biggest show we played, but it was just the energy.
The energy was
It was there, man.
insane.
That was like one of them shows you got to freaking call your dad up after you leave it.
that, and what was the festival we played?
Alpha Palooza.
Alpha
Palooza.
Palooza.
Oh yeah.
Man, I didn't make that. I didn't make that one, but I heard some stories.
Oh man.
Oh, me and Josh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You and old Seabass were.
Yeah,
Oh.
we did a little 360 on the highway on the way back.
Oh, geez.
Seabass, you want to chime in on that one?
I'll say sea bass.
Not at the moment. Busy.
Well,
Sea
Ooh,
bass
at
is
times,
busy.
Why's everybody got friggin'
Sea bass over
aliases? Man, this is annoying.
I don't really mind either way. I'm not
Yeah.
marking mine.
yeah.
I'm gonna call you sea bass now. I mean,
Sebastian.
you ever sea bastion?
Yeah, I mean, dude, that what was really crazy is so we played Alpha Palooza twice. First time was a lot better because we had Josh there for that one. The second time, Josh had to dip out because he had a wedding he forgot, and then
Oh, I forgot about a wedding, dude.
yeah,
I gotta go.
the effects of
Where do I go?
Bass players. I mean,
bass players, man. But yeah, dude, I remember just so full disclosure, the first show, I won't speak for anybody else, but I was tripping nuts on stage.
Tripping.
yeah, I waited till after the show.
Yeah, well, that was the second.
a really good decision.
Yeah, that was the second one though, right? Or the
We
first?
gotta
I
pull
don't know.
the Santana, bro. It'll be crazy.
Well, the thing
man.
was, the first time we had taken it so much earlier in the day.
Well, at that time, they thought, oh, we can be like Jimmy Page, right?
We're rock stars.
We're on a hill in Tennessee. We're the
Beautiful.
city
of
Jimmy
course.
Page.
Come on.
A beautiful place in Tennessee. But man, it was insane how like
You said at one point you thought you were. I hear it too, but I'm just
yeah.
trucking along. You said at one point you thought you were like
Controlling the weather. Well, it was because we were about to go
Hey, man.
on, and there was thunderclouds in the distance. You could see like kind of going around.
rolling in.
Yeah. And so they were like, all right, well, just get you guys are all set up and everything. And I'm like, yeah, we are. We're set up with everything right now. And I was at that good spot where I could kind of understand what was going on, and my guitar strings didn't look like snakes or worms or anything like that or dragons.
That's good.
Yeah.
Shoo.
Thank God.
But we
Man.
decided to do like just a little freelance
You
jam.
could still hear what key you were in.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see what key I was in, but
I could
By the end
see
of it,
the
yeah.
keys.
But I remember what was really cool is so like we started just kind of doing like a little freelance jam, and then I don't know what it was like. It started to rain a little bit, and I was like, "Bring the rain!" And we just and then we'd like bring it back down real chill, and the rain would go away.
Oh man.
And like because everyone would say, "Hey, I think we're gonna cut it." Oh, never mind, the rain stopped. We're fine. We're good. And then I started, and we get back to what we would make kind of the chorus on "Bring the rain," and then the rain would come back, and I was like,
Freaking jeez, man.
"The
This is me.
music is bringing
Trombley
the
Bay,
rain."
man.
But I remember that was overall a really good show. Everyone
Yeah,
thought,
Joey did a flip playing kickball.
He did a flip.
"That's right."
Yeah, he was trying to steal a base or run to base. He like kicked the ball and tried to get to a base, and someone came to try to like tag him with the ball,
And he
and he
freaking
just did a flip.
What the
Do a flip.
Just never done a flip.
dude?
Joey's that guy.
Joey is that guy, man.
Joey's that guy.
Yeah.
He's just got the instincts. Just something clicks. Don't even think about
This
it.
is the time for flip.
Yeah,
He just did a flip.
yeah. Just
His observation hockey was
Are we making
I
One
mean-
Piece references?
sure, man.
oh, dude.
All right.
I don't even. Jeez.
I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
your Crunchyroll account.
Oh, hey.
It actually.
Hey,
well,
I
I'm
mean,
on
you know.
Dale's.
Old Junior.
We talk about old Dale Rose at some point.
Oh, good old Dale.
Oh,
Dale,
damn.
Dale, yeah.
Oh man, he'd be fun to have on here.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting episode.
No kidding.
Interesting.
Good for Pride Month, I guess.
My brother in Christ.
Would it be good for Pride Month?
I don't know. Probably not.
You know,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
dude.
Well, you know what was one of my favorite shows that Winderman was a part of was the Paps Field one.
Ooh, Pappy.
Ooh,
You remember that?
Yeah.
Tell us about it. What do you remember?
The big campfire, dude.
Yeah.
Josh peed behind the stage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I did too. I can't remember though. It was a good time.
Where you going, Seabass? Oh, it's by the
Ooh.
should be in the office room. Oh, hello.
He's
But
running.
yeah, man, those band days, they were fun. They were at the time, they were kind of like, they were fun and frustrating all
Yeah.
at the same time. And now it's like, now I miss them so much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know it's not what you remember things fondly sometimes. It's not that they were bad or anything, but we were just young and we were just doing things
Dumb.
by the seat of our pants all the time, and
Could have planned things out. We just thought we could muscle our way through it. Or
we thought we were gonna play at a bar in Athens, and there was gonna be a big wig studio
Boss
hotshot
hog.
guy that was gonna
Give it to Winder Man.
hear us and be like,
Oh, do I?
I pick you guys.
Oh man. What do I?
Jared!
Jared.
I have that video somewhere.
I have it on my Snapchat.
You
Oh,
better have it. When do I get to hit this? What are the?
Whenever you think something might be racist.
Okay.
Like Jared was getting
We're
closer and closer.
All right.
We're giving Winder Man the racist gone.
Yes, sir.
But the biggest part about that past field thing was the beforehand, the fender bender y'all got into.
Oh, dude.
Bender?
The little.
Were you with
little,
Were-
Yeah.
Oh, I was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was me.
And the lady bumped the back.
Yeah.
No, the lady didn't bump the back of us. I backed up in the middle of the road.
Are you
Because
freaking-
you did like too far out in the lane. And,
Well, I was in the wrong lane
oh,
because
okay.
it's Athens and the streets were made like 270
The
billion years
streets
ago.
were paved
And
with
it was
gold.
like 2018, so
Yeah.
like, they weren't made for that much traffic. So you would just be in a lane, and then like out of nowhere, you'd be like, "This lane turned into a lane I didn't want to be in." Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
that-
didn't have any say in being in this lane, and I needed to not be in this lane. And I check all my mirrors, I look behind me, and I start backing up. And apparently, everyone says there was honking, but I didn't hear honking.
Oh yeah.
'cause
Sorry.
I'm deaf.
Yeah.
And freaking somebody was underage in the back seat, and they were holding like a 24 case of beer
Oh
or
nice.
something.
Somebody also
Uh,
might have been rolling up something.
Oh yeah, oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
But Josh had a couple pre-rolled situations on
Some
his person,
CBDs.
Oh dude. Yeah.
and
Pre-rolled situations, yo.
yeah, pre-rolled situations. And so I just remember the car stopping, and I
Yeah.
was like, it feels like I didn't make it stop, like I didn't hit the brakes. And they're like, "Bro, you just hit somebody," and I didn't even like notice it at all, really. That like it was like a car that I hit. It just didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
And it was this lady, and we like signaled for her. We're like, "Follow us, like we'll figure it out. We'll get out. We'll look at the damage. We'll exchange information, whatever." And so we get on the thing, and we get into like a turn lane. We're signaling to her, and she's, like following us. Like it seemed like she got what we were trying to say. Like she was gonna follow us and exchange information. And so we pull into this gas station. She just keeps
Takes off.
driving, and we're like,
Oh what?
I guess she doesn't care,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
And then she pulls like up into this plaza, like beyond the gas station, and she finds just a cop in the plaza, in the parking lot. And she gets out and starts talking to them and like pointing at the intersection, and we realize like, uh-oh,
Mm.
she's telling on us.
Uh-oh.
Like she had no interest in talking to us at all.
Wow.
And so Josh is like, oh no. And so he gets out
Oh,
and he
no.
puts the pre-rolled situations in the trash can, and we pull up to the cop car because we're like, we're not running.
We were hoping she would follow
We were
us.
trying. We were like, and we told him the situation. We're like, we just didn't see her. We're trying to change lanes. We were being dumb. Sorry about all that. And he was cool. He's an Athens police officer, so now he probably sees a lot worse.
Yeah, he's like, this is not
He
the
was
most.
just making sure nobody was belligerent or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm stone sober. Everywhere
The
else in this car is doing
stone
it.
cold sober.
He didn't ask for anybody else's IDs or whatnot, and we just exchanged information. And she
Yeah, it was like
never did anything about it.
Yeah. It was like what?
Um,
Like just a little trade in paint, kind of.
Not even, dude. There was like no mark on her car, like,
Yeah.
at all.
Well, what was the funny part for me?
And so afterward, we went back and Josh got the
Pre-rolled
situations
Well, that's the funny part
Pre-rolled situation.
is
out of the trash can, and we drove to the to the
somebody called me while I was literally pulling up to the venue, which has got police, like security and all that. And so I pull up to where they said, "Oh, you're in the band. Just go down this road, talk to the officer real quick. He'll tell you how to get to the stage and everything." So I pull up, roll down my window, and Josh calls me to tell me about the situation.
Oh man.
And all the police officer hears is like, "Dude, Joseph just backed into somebody, had a bunch of weed on me," and I was like, turned the radio. And it's like,
Yeah.
I think I just hung up.
I think
on
I
him.
was with you, dude.
Yeah.
Was I with?
I think you might have
did I
been with
ride
me.
with you? Yeah.
Because man, the
I
funniest.
think we had a couple of pre-rolled situations,
Yeah, and I didn't have any situations on me at that moment. So, but Josh is on the phone with me while calls me. He's like, "Oh, sorry, officer, 1 second. Pick up the phone. Dude, Joseph just hit somebody, had all this weed on me. Boop. Sorry, officer, what were you saying? Where's the stage?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god! And then y'all went back and got the pre-roll situation.
Out of the trash can. Like Josh, like put him on some trash in a way that like he was gonna know where to
I
go
thought he
get
put it
him.
like behind it or under it or
No,
something.
he put
Man.
it in. He like opened the lid and like.
I'm
was like,
surprised the dang lottery ticket, thief didn't take them,
Find some
You
pre-roll
know,
situations.
Pre-roll situation, man.
Man, yeah, that was awesome. We had that guy. There was a crowd surfing incident that night. You played on stage that night too.
Dude, I probably was like, I'm just ding, 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 and then just got off. I was scared. Yeah, like-
We tried so many times
Hit
to
the
get Winder
gong.
Man.
I mean, I wasn't confident then. I wasn't that good,
Damn good.
I'm saying,
But yeah, dude.
now I play for the Lord.
and that's a good person to play for. He's always listening. I hear.
That's right, always. Just like Santa. Santa's kind of weird.
But yeah, dude. I mean,
When you're sleeping too? Gee.
but I think some of the best stuff, like with Joseph, band wise, I mean, like your drumming influences were kind of a little bit different than I think everyone else's musical upbringing. Like mine was very blues, classic rock, and then you kind of had, in my opinion, like when I first met you, you were kind of introduced more as like I love Tool, kind of like progressive, so like stuff.
Danny Carey is like
Danny
one of the
Carey.
best drummers of all time.
Oh, hands down.
Dave Matthews, Carter Beaufort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
Dave
I mean,
Matthews.
I grew up like when I was learning to play the drums. I played the 19. I guess I don't know. I think it's 75. 1975 live from the Fox
From the
Theater.
Fox, yeah.
One More from the Road, Leonard Skinner
Leonard
album.
Skinner.
Like that
Nice,
album
sir.
of like 14 songs. That's like what I learned to play the drums to. So like that classic
Of course.
rock, like just drum vibe.
Yeah.
That influenced me heavily. But then like all the odd time signatures and just
Polyrhythms and all. Well, the drumline stuff was kind of a really good precursor for you.
The drumline stuff was just an excellent foundation.
'Cause you
as
were
far as, like,
Timpani or no?
tenors.
Tenors. That's not
Yeah,
timpani.
because I didn't want to learn match grip because I thought it was pretty gay.
That's fair.
Like, that's stupid.
I mean,
Yeah.
buddy, guy.
Is that racist or is that homophobic?
I don't know, man.
Hit the gong anyway.
I thought about hitting it, but I was like, man, it's Pride Month. I don't know.
Maybe it's like, is that going to get us canceled? Gong?
Maybe
gonna
we'll
hear the
gong
gong.
it. Maybe we'll gong when the time is right.
It's in your
Hey, gay
hands.
means happy.
It's in my hands.
Yeah, it was a gay old time. I
Hey,
agree.
man.
It was.
But yeah, I mean, dude.
You can have multiple gongs.
Multiple gongs.
You have more than one?
I'll feel it when I'm going to hit that gong, brother. Y'all know it. All right?
Just when the time is right.
When the
Well,
time
talk
is right.
about that bear.
Bear
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, like
in the
that.
bush light.
It was an African American bear.
He was a real invisible in the darkness bear. All right.
It was insane, bro.
It was we shined lights in that direction, and I'm like, what are
Just to
you
give
talking about?
context, this is your bachelor party.
So my bachelor party.
Dude.
All right,
Yeah.
You didn't. You weren't
I wasn't
there.
able to make it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Freaking racist. That's why you didn't come.
Dale was there. He's like, I'm not gonna be there.
Big piece of shit.
Here, there was.
I got something to do, and then call us back and be like, well, I guess I forgot that it's tomorrow. Freaking.
That doesn't sound
No,
like me
you
at all.
were. You were doing something.
I
You
think I
were
was
like,
working or something.
You were.
Yeah.
You like flew from or drove.
You were doing
from
crazy stuff.
Texas and then flew
Yeah.
from Florida and
Yeah.
yeah, it just I
Logistically.
didn't blame you at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah,
logistical
yeah,
nightmare
yeah.
for you. But yeah, so that was a little while after I got out of the band. I'm pretty sure it was a couple years after, right?
I think
That was
so.
last year.
Yeah, it was at least a year or two out.
Oh
like,
yeah,
out.
because
Yeah, we're coming up on
Got
it now.
that.
Whenever Josh
got
decided to
that
be a
wife
doctor,
now. What'd he say? Man, I was thinking when he said that. I didn't really process.
I was saying the it was like a year or two after we decided. I was like, yeah, we all got our lives to live now. It's like everyone gonna do their thing, and then
Yeah.
you went and got married.
I can't do this no more.
Jimmy quit. Joey got married.
Literally.
Yeah.
We never get far.
I want to go home now.
But yeah, so you guys are out in the woods. I couldn't make it. Was it in Hiawassee or
Ayahuasca,
Was it in Ayahuasca County?
where up in the mountains.
It was somewhere up in Appalachia.
Wander
It
Man.
was in White County,
White County, yeah.
near
Helen and Cleveland.
Brasstown Bald. Like you can see Brasstown Bald.
I guess
White
that.
County.
It was a hoochie
Racist.
coochie county.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, we went up into the middle of the woods, I mean, the middle of the woods. Like,
I mean, right dab in the middle, dude.
I mean, there's no service. It's like you're really in the woods.
Skinwalker.
We
country.
didn't realize how much in the woods we were, right?
It was like you need to know how to get there
and get
because-
out.
Because you ain't.
because it's
If you ain't knowing where you going, you ain't.
'cause-
Gotta follow the moss trail,
because
man.
You lose service like
Yeah.
the last 5 miles.
Well,
And
if
you don't
I'm
know
not
where to go-
mistaken, you guys were on a trail and then just decided, here's where we'll take it.
No,
Yeah.
there's we've done that a couple times up there because it's like old logging
Yeah.
country, so they like have all these logging trails you can go off of. But the actual like main attraction of that place, it's a waterfall called Ravencliff Falls.
Yeah.
So
It's an awesome place, dude.
yeah, it's great,
Amazing.
unbelievable, man. But yeah, you basically roll in, you go a little bit past the parking lot that's near the trail to actually go up to the falls, and there's this big logging road. And the first campsite on the left, when you go down there, there's this real big flat area next to the river. And we decided to camp out there. It's a great place. I mean, you
Super.
can put like 3-4 big, 10-person tents down there if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
I mean, it's rock
It's
solid.
base camp.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean,
great place.
and the whole time you've got the freaking creek, river, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
making its noise,
The
man.
bubbling brook down there.
Babbling, brother. All
Bubbling, babbling.
It helps with the bugs and all
Babbling.
that, just keep
Brook.
things cool.
Yeah.
Dude, it was, man, you went to sleep, you're just like, oh, man, I could just.
Feel at home.
Yeah,
My
a
nature.
couple people
This
that
is-
didn't want to go to sleep after.
I mean,
But anyway, so we get down there and we're having fun. We're throwing knives and axes and we're drinking beer the whole time. And
Hell yeah.
Cooking hot
Hot
dogs on the
dogs.
fire, and I'm breaking out my hot sauce.
yeah,
you know,
dude,
just
for real.
Stuff that
Yeah.
people are like, "What is this?"
Man.
Because I've got a pretty high spice tolerance, and so
Yeah.
like stuff that I'm like, dude, I'm gonna dump that on my. I usually like ketchup.
Use it
You
on
know
your
what I
glizzy.
mean? And then somebody else puts it on theirs, and they're like,
Oh, boy.
they gotta
Yeah.
go shit in the creek.
That's right. That's right.
They gotta put the
Yeah,
toilet-
you can't put no toilet paper in the freezer here.
That's the natural
I mean, you
bidet.
got to go shit in the creek. I mean, Joker's ice cold in there. We should have put our beer
I've
in
been on
that
a
cool.
couple trails with Josh Moore where I had to go to the bathroom and it was like wintertime
Yeah.
Mm.
and you just you take off your pants.
What do you do? The one leg technique, or do you just go full?
Oh no, I find
I found a
place
solid tree.
where I can get completely.
Try.
Dude,
I can go lower half.
have you seen the one leg technique?
Yeah, but it's why just go.
What,
Well,
the
it's 'cause
crane
you
or
got something
something?
to kind of you take your one leg out of your pants.
You're just asking for like a bad situation.
Well, it's just that way. I mean, fair, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't shit
But,
on your
like,
pants if you don't wear
If
pants.
you squat down low enough, you actually get your butthole in the water a little bit.
Ooh.
It hurts a lot more than you think. Like it's the coldness. Like I don't know if you ever put an ice cube on your butthole,
I mean, I haven't.
haven't met that woman yet. No.
but it's painful. I mean, it's like a pressure that you're not expecting. And it just I mean, it probably takes about 10 seconds.
I mean, dude, I wouldn't put
10
my,
seconds of it on there or taking it off? I mean, and then
10
feeling what after the aftermath,
10
man.
seconds of your butthole in contact with cold water.
Okay.
It hurts.
I mean, I've jumped in a cold
It's
water.
like it's like
I
a
mean,
brain freeze. For your butt.
For your turd cutter.
Winder man over here is freaking short circulating.
It's exactly like a brain freeze, but on your asshole.
Okay.
But anyway, so we're at this
Pucker up,
creek.
Buttercup. You know.
That's right. Yeah, those fish, man, they're getting some food. And so we set up camp and we're eating hot dogs, we're hanging out, drinking beer, throwing axes. Dude, I threw axes and knives for so
It's
long.
like it's at least 3 hours. dude.
I couldn't lift my arm the next day.
Oh my
Like,
god.
my
And, dude,
shoulder.
That's
was
what it
just like-
was.
Yes.
That's what it was, man. I was like, what freaking dang.
Thought you slept funny.
Yeah, I was like, man, but I didn't sleep on my shoulder, man.
I thought somebody was trying to get you to help them out. in
Golly.
the middle of the night. You just don't remember.
Just a little rub and tug.
What happens in the tent stays in the
What
tent.
happens in the
Stays.
river stays in the river. But yeah, so we're doing that. It gets dark. We build a fire. That's just
Normal
too-
camp
way
stuff.
too big. And
It's
we're all
it's
sitting
a
around the
perfect
fire.
fire, man.
And at one point, we started getting into an argument.
Let me guess. You and
Well, it was me. Well, of course, it was Josh. Moore.
yeah, you and
Oh,
Josh
is
and
this, First
Notorious.
Corinthians,
Yes. It was about women in the Bible.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna get into the argument because it's
I don't even
more
think
fun to
I
have.
don't even think it was an argument. It was more of like a healthy, like,
Yeah, it wasn't an argument. It was just so what does it say? What does it actually say?
All right, let's do
And
this.
so, like, 2 people break out their Bibles. I'm one of them too. We go straight to 1 Corinthians, and we're like looking it up. Or maybe it's 2 Corinthians. It's Corinthians. I don't know. It's Paul
Something. Yeah.
blasts the Corinthians many times.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen. All right.
You guys don't get it. He says, as in all the churches of the saints, and then you argue about a comma for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Is he talking about the women because of the previous sentence? And anyway,
Yeah,
there's
man.
that whole thing.
I wonder what the Greek says. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wonder what the Greeks. I wonder what that Aramaic says. I wonder
I wonder what they truly said.
I
You
want to
know?
hear this in an Aramaic accent, or you need to shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I'm just kidding.
And,
Anyway.
Mate.
and
So
so,
we're having an argument about women in the Bible, a discussion, whatever. And in the middle of it, Josh Moore
yeah.
and Ronaldo.
Oh, I forgot
Oh.
about Ronaldo.
We're all the fire's right here, right? And
That's
we're
a-
all sitting in a C shape around the fire, and the creek is over here.
Yeah.
And so we're around the fire in a C shape, and on the end of the C shape is Ronaldo and Josh.
Mm.
And I just out of nowhere, we're in the middle of this argument,
Dude.
and Josh and Ronaldo shoot up, and they're like, "Oh, oh!" They're freaking out. They're
Dude,
like, "What's
we're
up?"
we're listening to music. There's a fire going. We're cooking hot
We're
dogs. Like
awake.
it's
a
like
lot
12,
of activity.
12:30
You
at
know?
night. I mean, we're just
Having a ball in the woods.
we're having a blast. I mean, I
What
turn
I- what
around
I'm-
from peeing and I'm like,
what I'm getting at is that there
Dude.
was like it wasn't like quiet at night. Everyone's asleep.
yeah, exactly.
Like there's movement and activity. It's not
what you would think would maybe scare off most.
what you think a bear wouldn't,
a freaking yogi. I mean, jeez, done,
bro. That bear walked right up to the
brother.
back. I mean, he was this close to our chair, and he stole a cooler.
Dude, he freaking
And they heard
yoinked.
they heard the bear, like they could hear like just the shuffling and the
and they
bigness
realized
of something moving.
everyone that we know is over there.
Yes.
And this
Oh,
noise
exactly.
is-
Yeah.
And
And
so
this
we-
guy's like 2 seconds from me.
And
Not
so
even.
We all hear like the commotion, and they're like, "There's something right there." And so we all shine our flashlights over there, and there's nothing.
At all.
There's
You can't
nothing,
see.
which is scarier
Yeah.
Yeah.
than whatever
Yes.
it is. You want to see a bobcat or a homeless man. Like,
Yeah,
you
like
wanna see-
yeah, like,
you wanna
I'd
see
rather the
something-
homeless
Hey,
man
man.
than the bobcat.
I mean, why'd you do that?
I
Why'd you
don't
take
know,
my
man.
cool?
never
You know?
The homeless man doesn't have anything to lose.
He does the bobcat.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, whatever. Yeah.
Anyway, so there's nothing, right? And then the nothing moves.
Yeah. Exactly. The nothing moves.
Black bears at night are so well designed
Yeah.
for that environment. Like their fur, it's like you know, like if you see a black lab at
Yeah.
night and you shine a light on it, you kind of see like the
The glossiness.
yeah
or
the
whatever.
glossiness of
Exactly.
their
The gloss.
of their coat, right? This bear, the way that the fur is like
Yeah.
it's like a sound,
It's like
it's like a
poofy.
soundproof room, but for light.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just completely absorbs all the light.
Oh my god.
So
It's
it's just a void.
insane.
You don't.
Yeah.
What you see is the void moving, right?
Exactly.
And so we're just like, it's a bear. And then we realize what it is.
Yeah.
And so this is my bachelor party, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was in me,
Dude,
but
this man,
I knew it
he was on
in
a
the depth of my soul. And you know me. You know me. I've killed a possum in your backyard
That's true.
with an axe.
That's true.
Oh.
Climbed a tree
And it was the last tree it climbed.
with a knife.
You-
I knife fought a possum in your backyard
What the heck?
in a
man?
tree.
Did this guy steal your food?
You know what? No, I was trying to kill his dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I
It
understand.
legitimately was attacking.
I
his dog.
understand.
Yeah,
it was
so I
a
was-
crazy.
See,
possum.
I'm glad we clarified that.
Yeah. Just
Thank
so
you.
like I'm scared of
Yeah.
fucking PETA, but whatever.
Anyway,
Peter.
so
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Peter,
Ow, PETA. oh my.
you get a letter. You get a letter from Peter.
I'm framing it.
Oh, Peter. Anyway, so something in the depths of me
Your ancestral urge.
knew this is the story.
This is. It is. Dude.
Immediately, I saw that bear and I was like, Megan's got nothing. Megan, my wife, she has nothing on this story.
Oh
Her
my
bachelorette party is not going to be
Oh,
comparable.
Of course.
So as soon as I saw this bear, I ran at it as fast as I could. And you've seen me run in the woods barefoot, and it's
You have
it's
a-
impressive.
Dude,
You got
It's
them
impressive.
I mean,
claws.
he was gone.
And so Zach is a combat Marine.
Yeah.
All right. He's seen some combat.
He's G.I. Joe to me.
He's got, he's the guy you want
Yeah.
behind you.
That's a
you
real
know?
brother in the
And
Lord.
so
Yeah.
bro,
Dude.
that guy, he was one of the other guys with his Bible out talking about
Yeah.
the situation.
Oh, yeah.
So he's behind me with his AR. He's trying not to, he called it red flagging me, which is pointing your gun at something you don't want to destroy, like
Yeah.
a person, like your best friend, And so he runs after me. He's trying not to point his gun at me, but he's like, "There's a bear." If he kills the groom.
That's a bad
This
day.
is a bad story.
Exactly. Yes.
So I'm chasing this bear and I can't find it. And it's crazy how something that's naked in the pitch black can outrun you when you have a flashlight.
Yeah.
That's insane to me, but they can do it. And so, we're looking for it. We lose it, or whatever. It bears away.
It
Like-
bears away.
Because that's what bears do. They're faster than
You
in
can
the
just
woods.
only hear the rustling of the leaves.
That's
Yeah,
the scariest
it's
part.
Literally, like that
They're
was like,
so-
oh, there he is because I saw the leaves move.
And then it's not
They're
there
so
anymore.
tuned to that environment, dude. It's ridiculous. So
It's wild.
we stop chasing it and we come back to the camp and we're all laughing about it and we're like, okay, whose cooler was this? Like, what's going on? Like,
Dude,
what did
yeah.
he steal? Like, did he steal something and drop it? No, he stole it and he ran away with it. Come to find out, my now brother-in-law, back then he was just, he was the husband of my fiance's sister. His whole life, this man
Oh,
has
my
been wanting
gosh.
to see a black
Oh,
bear.
Listen,
And he's never
Dude.
seen one.
Oh my
ever.
God.
The whole way up there, he was talking about, I've never seen one. I've never seen a black bear.
oh my gosh.
So my
Poor
other
guy.
brother-in-law, my wife's brother, Joseph Foster.
Joseph. Yeah, you're talking about
So
Egan. right?
Joseph, yeah, I'm talking about Egan.
Yeah.
Egan wanted to see a bear.
He'd never
A
seen
black
one in his
bear,
whole life.
entire life. He'd never seen one.
He's such
he's
an
like-
outdoorsy guy.
I know, and he's been in the woods a lot.
Yeah.
He's
He-
hung hot
dude,
dogs in
he told
trees.
us.
He's done
Yeah,
everything
he's told us.
everything the park rangers tell you
Everything.
not to do.
He's
He's
done it.
done it.
He's
No,
like,
I'm
I
saying-
want to see a
To
bear.
try to see
Right.
a bear.
Dude.
What
It
a-
stole his cooler.
Yeah.
And what was in his cooler?
So in his cooler
Oh, yeah.
were natural lights,
No.
like a 6-pack of natural lights, a bag of ice, and sausages.
No, it's bush light, brother.
Oh, bush light.
Bush
It's
light.
bush
It was
light.
bush
Listen,
light. That's
all
what,
right.
I'm sorry. He's a man of class.
That's right.
Sorry. So
Bushes. Best
he's got an
beans.
extra
I
30,
mean,
30
like,
cents to spend at the gas station. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
guy's
yeah.
rolling
right, right,
in the
right.
coins. So he's got,
Rolling in
he's
the
got a cooler
coins.
full of bush light, sausages, and ice. And so we started thinking about, and we're laughing about it. My brother-in-law now, Joseph, he's dying laughing because he
He couldn't
realizes.
contain the story.
Oh my gosh, I forgot this part. Egan drank a glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
He'd been working all day. He was tired. He went and fell asleep in the truck.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he missed all of this, and the bear stole his cooler.
Yes.
So Joseph, his brother, is dying laughing. He's
Dude.
like, his whole life he's wanted to see a bear, and a bear stole his cooler.
Oh my God.
So
He's
you
not
know,
gonna know.
Yeah, like 30, 40 minutes later, we're thinking about it, and we're like, dude, where the hell did this bear go? Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
How did it do that? And so we're investigating, kind of retracing where we
Yeah,
saw it.
we're
and all this
throwing
stuff.
hot. Zach's throwing hot dogs because
No,
Josh is.
hold on. We'll get there. We'll
Oh,
get there. We'll get
sheesh.
there.
Come on, man.
We find the trail.
Woo.
We find a trail that this bear has made.
Like from the
It's-
cooler dragging?
That's
No, no,
right.
no.
That's
So,
right.
like,
That's right. I'm getting ahead of myself.
This bear knows that these campsites, people camp at them. They go to sleep. It gets glizzies. It knows. This is the order of things.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Right.
What was that
So
word?
he's
Glizzies.
made
What
this.
the hell?
It's a hot
That's
dog,
what kids
okay.
call hot dogs these days.
What the heck? Are you serious? Why the man don't know?
Blinder man don't know. He's learning things he can't.
I don't.
He
I
learned
can't understand.
or comprehend.
Dang, what was it again?
Glizzies.
Glizzy?
Glizzy.
What the?
You gotta just get them glizzies. The
Gotta get that
glizzinator.
nomenclature.
I mean, give me a hot dog, will it? Come on.
So we investigate where this bear was going to and from, and we find that like this bear has like worn a trail through the woods.
Straight
That's
up.
like it's exactly the height of a bear.
He knows that this
So
is where
it
they go.
comes-
Yeah.
It comes down across the trails and it goes. It follows the river.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
goes
yeah.
to this campsite and goes to that campsite and gets whatever it wants. So we're sitting back at the campsite. Oh, in the process of finding this trail, I find a bag of ice and I find a pack of sausages
That
Yes.
resemble
that were in the cooler.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
untouched.
I'm my Sherlock brain is going, and I'm like, this bear, the cooler is not there.
Mm.
and the bush light is not there.
Yeah. Yep.
So this bear stopped somewhere up the trail that it made, takes the ice out of the cooler, takes the sausages out of the cooler. It tore like one bite.
Dude,
the
yeah, it was just like a
sausages
tooth hole.
and stopped
Yeah.
eating them.
Were they like spicy or something?
No,
It's
just regular
normal,
normal,
okay,
like,
normal
something
normal
sausage.
glizzies.
Yeah. Good try.
What is it?
Hot,
An
hot
attempt
dogs.
was
Hot
made.
dogs.
Hot dogs are good.
What?
Hot dogs are
Glizzy?
glizzy. Sausages aren't glizzies.
They're
Well,
sausages.
Maybe they
Dag.
are.
I mean, you know,
They probably could be.
you could.
Why don't y'all comment and let us know?
Intentionally cased minced meat. Whatever.
Fair.
I mean, this is
So-
damn glizzy, man.
So what I notice is this bear took the ice out of the cooler, the sausages out of the cooler, and then took the cooler and the bush light somewhere else.
That's hilarious.
So this bear stole the beer.
Yeah, he stole the beer.
It stole the
You
beer,
heard it here.
Jared. So I get back to the campsite. I tell everybody we're dying laughing.
Your brother's calling you.
Oh, that's okay.
Tell him to cool it, dude.
Well, he can get his turn later.
So the bear stole the bush light.
Oh
Right.
my god.
So we're all back at the campsite. We're laughing about this, and we're having a great time. We're talking about this bear's drinking beer. This bear's getting drunk in the woods. It's
Exactly.
a great part.
know
of,
what he
of
likes.
the-
He
It's a
like
great
that
bachelor
bush.
party story.
And-
Looks like
and so
bush light,
Josh Moore is freaking
dude.
out.
Dude,
yeah.
how come nobody called me and tell me this happened right here? You know?
Josh is like, bro, he's legitimately scared.
Dude, he is.
He's
Like,
like,
he's like, I want to go.
I don't like this. This is like a movie that you don't want to be in.
Oh
he's
yeah.
like-
He's like sitting next to freaking Zach too.
He's like
you know?
scared for Dale. He's
Yeah.
like, Dale's going first. He
of
knows.
course it's. I'll agree to that one. You get this one time to
Just
tell
one
me
time.
what
I
to
know
do.
how this. I've seen this movie. So he's freaking out. So Josh, being a
Junior.
Marine,
Yeah.
has to haze him because he's being a bitch.
Fair.
Exactly.
It's how it goes.
So Josh falls asleep in his chair, and Zach is putting hot dogs all over Josh's
I
body.
know, man.
And Josh wakes up at one point when he puts a hot dog under his face.
Guys.
And he wakes up, sees the hot dog, looks at Zach, and gives him the most, just like, you betrayed me.
I trusted you.
I trusted you.
I love, dude.
Josh was so scared, man. And he's like, and like
Josh knew-
throws the hot dog.
And he knew he couldn't do anything to him. He's like, I
No.
can't beat Zach up. Or
no, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah,
against
he's
Zach.
he's just a giant marine.
He survived.
Yeah.
man. He survived. That man survived.
Yeah, man.
So he takes the hot dogs, he throws them off his body, he throws them like towards the river,
Yeah.
right? And so about 15 minutes later, we're all talking, we're laughing about the bear and whatnot. And Ronaldo, in the calmest Guyanese voice,
And of course, I'm peeing again. I can't see nothing. Like, every time I freaking get up, I'm on the opposite direction of all the freaking fun,
the
dude.
bear's like, that's the one I need to worry about.
Yeah, man. That guy's
soon
freaking
as he
peeing
gets
a lot,
up-
dude.
Yeah, the camp
As soon as he gets up, I'm going for it.
bear doesn't want to mess with Winder Man.
Doesn't want to wander, man.
So anyway,
Glizzy.
That was an appropriate use of the glizzy.
glizzy guy.
Glizzy.
So Ronaldo out of nowhere, he's like, guys, the bear,
The bear back.
the bear, he back.
He back.
He back. And we're like, what? And he's like, the bear, he back. And he points into the darkness.
And then
We all shine our lights, and the bear is just like,
That was the best. That was more monkey than
It looked like
freaking
a-
bear.
and
You know.
it's just eating the sausages or the hot dogs.
Yeah, he's just chilling, man.
that
Like,
Josh
cool.
threw.
so
Yeah.
That
So yeah,
and he's just eating them. He looks at us and he's like, and just keeps eating the
yeah.
keeps eating the hot
Yeah.
dogs. We, before all this, went to the next campsite over and told them, hey,
just be careful.
a bear just came into our camp and jacked a cooler from our chair. Like, it walked straight into our camp. There's like 9 of us over
Yeah.
here. And there's two of you guys, like a guy and his girl. Like, hey, just head on a swivel, watch out for bears. In the process of that, we had to walk past the cars.
Yeah.
Where Egan is asleep in the bed of a truck.
He's in the bed?
Yeah. He yep.
I love him.
The dude's like 6'5". He
I-
can't sleep in a car.
I think
That's what I was
he
gonna
also
say.
like messed up his like liner for like his truck, I think.
he
or
tried to
something.
sleep on top of the liner and it
and,
caved
and
in.
it caved in. Yeah. Poor
so
guy.
He slept inside the truck. Anyway,
Anyway.
Yeah.
I find his gun, his like 1942 M1911 45 caliber handgun in
Yeah.
a leather like World War II case on the ground. So what I think is that he went to go pee and undid his belt,
And it just fell
and
off.
it fell off. And
Flip.
it's in a leather case, so we didn't like hear it hit the ground.
Yeah.
It like so I find that and I'm like, this is mine for the night.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. You find
Finders
a
keepers?
M1911 on the ground, it's finders keepers, dude.
Loser get shot.
Oh, there's a
And-
flashlight here too.
Well, I had
I'm
a
just
flashlight
messing with
that
you,
was
yeah.
mine. Yeah, I had a little Milwaukee flashlight. And so we tell them, we go back, I've got a gun now. Second time the bear comes, he's eating the hot dogs, and I'm like, I am in a dead sprint.
Dude.
And I know where its trail is.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping up with this bear
Dude.
now. All
We're
right.
like, Joseph, what are you doing? Josh is like, oh, man.
Josh,
Oh,
Josh
man.
is like, no.
Dude.
Like, I'm running.
Come back. He'll come and get me. You know?
Guys.
Guys,
Guys.
where's the bear? Where's Joseph?
So Zach and
Oh.
Devin.
The guns are gone.
What would I give to have been there to see Josh that freaked
Oh,
out?
man.
Dude, it was beautiful.
Oh,
It was
my
amazing,
God.
dude.
It was absolutely precious. So,
Precious.
so Zach is behind me. He's trying to keep up with me, and I'm chasing this bear, and the trail goes up towards the road, and I'm assuming now, like thinking back on it, probably goes over the road and up into like wherever the bear stays.
Yeah.
The bear house.
Yeah, to the bear house, and right before it gets to the road, there's like these big embankments on the road, right? And so it gets up to the trail right before it goes down to the road, and it just stops. And the whole time I'm chasing this bear, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, "Where's the bush?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where's the bush?" So they just see this flashlight like waving
Yeah,
in the
we just
in
see
the
light,
woods
and we
as
just
I'm
hear,
just running.
We're just
Where's
like,
the bush?
where's the bush? You know, like
Where's the
like
bush?
from far off, and we're like, oh, jeez.
Well, if he's still yelling, he's not dead.
Come back, Josie.
Exactly. So the bear stops right before it gets to the road, and I'm like, "Bear," and I've got my flashlight and the gun,
Yeah.
and I'm just pointing it
Dude.
right at the bear, and I'm literally like twice as far from me to Devin, from this bear,
Ooh.
and
buddy.
it just turns, and it's just like they breathe so loud.
Yeah.
Bears, I don't know why, but they just do.
You would know, yeah.
I would know.
Yeah, I would say.
I've been pretty close to a bear. So it's breathing. It just stares at me for like maybe 20 seconds, and I'm just asking it questions.
Just interrogating it.
Where's the bush? I know. Where's the cooler? I know you got that cooler. I know you got the bush. Where's the bush? Where's the beer?
Dude, what if you had just like started like transforming into like a Wendigo or something like that, or like a skinwalker?
Yeah, well, that I've been like, I'll give you more beer. Whatever you want. So it does that for 20 seconds, and then it turns, and it just kind of hops down into the road and hops up the next bank. And so I run over the bank, down the bank, and I run up the next one.
Madman.
And then there's like this kind of, it just gets a lot more open. There's less underbrush. It's just kind of pine straw and pine trees. It's a lot
Yeah.
more open, right? And as soon as I get into this kind of open area, the bear's gone. And I'm like looking everywhere with my flashlight, and I'm like, dude, the bear is completely gone. And I hear like a little rustle, a little noise. And I turn my flashlight this way, and I see a little branch, kind of just like,
It's like, oh yeah.
and I'm like, oh, it climbed a tree. And so I shine my flashlight up, and there's a cub
Ooh.
hugging this tree.
Oh no.
And I literally, like,
See,
in one movement, was 180 degrees turned the other direction, sprinting. And I'm screaming, oh no. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
no.
no. Oh no.
And so you guys are hearing this.
Well, I mean, he was still too far away.
Oh shit.
I mean, we just see
Yeah.
a light slowly just flicker in the distance closer and closer.
And so I
I'm like, all right,
sprint.
good.
I get to the embankment, and I jump off this embankment, and I'm like,
Yeah, and then
I hit the road. I'm skidding in the gravel on the road, and Zach's like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "There's a cub." And so we all walk back to the campsite, and we're talking about it. And maybe 2 or 3 more times the bear tried to come into our campsite, but we knew the trail,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah,
would
exactly.
be shining our flashlights, and we would catch it, and we'd be like, "Hey bear!" And
Hey,
he'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah, and then,
"Oh,
oh,
dang it." And
No
it would,
swiping.
it would
yeah,
turn- it
exactly.
was
Swiper,
exactly
no
like swiping,
swiping.
no swiping.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
exactly.
we'd be like, "Hey bear!" And he'd be like, "Dang!"
Gosh,
And he would,
shucks.
he's like, "They're gonna chase me again."
You're not asleep yet?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was fun, and we ended up not getting eaten by the bear, and we all slept fine. Josh slept behind Zach.
Oh, of course.
We're all sleeping with our guns like on our chests.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Everybody.
Dude, the tents were unzipped and just open wide, so we're ready.
I mean, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
and dude, Joseph Foster slept outside in a hammock.
dude, yeah,
He was like, it's whatever.
whatever, dude.
He's like, it's not gonna. It doesn't want me.
I don't have a
I
cooler.
didn't insult some bald dude walking down a road in Nazareth. Like,
There
you
you
know.
go.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah,
Flexing that Old Testament knowledge.
Oh my
So-
God.
Sons of Thunder.
That's right, Zebedee.
I'm just glad everyone caught that reference.
I did. I got it.
Oh yeah,
I'm picking up what you're putting. down.
mauled by bears.
God.
Oh my. So, yeah, I mean, those bears, dude, they don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
They know they're gonna get hot dogs at the end of the night when you go to sleep. They just wait it out.
Yeah.
You know, they've never been caught by a human. You know what I mean? You're not gonna catch them. What are you gonna do if you do? Wrestle a bear?
No.
No. So, we all go to sleep like 5 in the morning. At one point, Ronaldo wakes me up, or wakes you and me up, I think.
Yeah.
And we look outside the tent, and the bear is got its head in a cooler.
It's my
It's-
cooler
It's your
at
cooler.
this point in time, dude.
Yeah.
There's
I'm-
nothing in the
yeah.
cooler though. It's just water.
So it's just.
There was a couple things. I think there was like a couple beers, and then like I had my pickled okra was in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this,
I don't think so.
you don't think so?
No, I think we put everything in the cars.
We could have.
I'm pretty sure that it was just water.
Okay.
And we were like, hey bear, and he was just like,
Oh yeah. The bear's
and
back. You know.
he closed the
He
cooler.
closed it and left.
And it's like,
Yeah.
oh man.
At least he's
But yeah,
polite.
man, that was my bachelor party. That was, dude. As soon as I saw that,
I mean, perfect bachelor party for you.
It was-
when I
For
heard
me,
the story.
yeah.
Like,
Dude,
yeah,
just watching this man, well, he's going after it.
Joseph's running after a bear. I guess.
Josh is like, come back. You
and
know?
what did your wife say when she heard all this?
Oh,
She's like, yours is better than mine.
yeah. Of course.
Oh my God! Yeah, I think I only heard there was just a normal like bachelorette. Everyone kind of just got wine drunk and stuff like
yeah,
that.
it was pretty bad actually.
Oh God!
There was hair holding. And all that.
Oh gosh, yeah, it was a fun night.
Somebody threw up in a tent. Somebody threw up outside the wine tent.
Oh no, the wine tent.
Yeah,
My God! The fact that she went camping too. That's like
Megan didn't go camping.
Oh no.
what
They all went up to Chateau Alon, and there's these big wine tents on hillside.
Oh, man.
Man,
It's
Yeah.
female outside.
glamping?
not
It
even.
Not
was
even?
in the middle of the day.
It was just-
tables,
It was
you
a
know,
party.
Servers,
servers,
wait staff,
gates.
security.
all
Oh my
that.
God!
So
I mean, dude, that's I mean, honest to God, just as long as I've known you and being the outdoor guy, I mean, you've walked around forever. I mean, we had for the longest time the cover photo for Trombley Bay was just your feet hanging off that
it's-
side
I
of the
think it's
bill, and
still the backdrop on my Facebook.
nice.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dirty feet. We got that photo.
Just
too
in
on
a
the roof.
white.
You could have sold those, maybe. You know,
My
nowadays.
feet?
Yeah, nowadays you never know. There's probably somebody out there.
Somebody.
I
out
mean,
there.
there's someone out there that, yeah.
You just shave up
always.
to the knee, maybe, and just like paint them a little bit.
Oh, I don't know,
A
man.
little, get Megan to put some toenail polish on there.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that's hilarious. I mean, just hearing about that. I mean, I was kind of raised like, oh yeah, you just with black bears especially, you make a lot of noise. You kind of, if you got a group, you all just kind of like just scare it off. And then the number one rule is if you see a cub, oh well, that's when the bear's
If
gonna.
it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No. Okay.
I don't
I'm
know.
talking about.
Bears.
Talking about bears. That wasn't
I
me.
was trying to be funny and I didn't work.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You heard what I said, John. Sebastian.
See my ass.
See, man.
I mean, dude, but that was just the best. Like, it made me more upset that I had missed out on it and everything. I mean, dude.
Yeah, I was sad.
Yeah.
Everybody
yeah,
that wasn't
I mean,
there, it was a loss.
So and then like after that and stuff, like so, music wise now, like both y'all play church, worship.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, either one of y'all like think about maybe stepping out again and doing like some like you especially could make I think some decent money as just like a gig drummer.
I would love to either do that or do some kind of solo work.
Yeah,
Learn some songs, write some songs.
you've been writing that song since Kosovo.
Oh yeah, there's no words to it.
Yeah.
It's just a
The guitar lick.
classic drummer. I've got to play in an alternate tuning.
Oh, of course.
We don't know how to play in regular tunings. We're like,
Yeah.
I need to not.
I
do
need to
anything with
not
this
be.
hand. Everything's in this hand.
Yeah. Oh my god.
In the right hand. All I've got is the rhythm. I don't have any theory.
Well, it's like it's so funny because your dad being a drummer, and there's like pictures of you I've seen, like from your mom and dad, of you sitting on your dad's lap playing the drums that he had and stuff like.
Yeah.
I mean, you young Samuel, is he going to be a drummer, you think?
Oh, of course, at least a drummer.
At least a drummer?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I could encourage him to do anything, it'd be play piano and drums. That
Yeah.
way he gets the theory and he gets the rhythm, because that's the
Ooh.
biggest thing, dude.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
theory, just you can jump in with anybody, anywhere, and play anything. You just understand what's going on, and you can be musically relevant. And drums, it's just like you can find out who sucks real quick when they don't have rhythm, dude. That's
Exactly.
what sets the people apart. You know, like it's mainly guitar players.
Yeah.
You can
Oh,
tell when
yeah,
a guitar
yeah.
player doesn't have rhythm, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why you, as a drummer, like I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I mean,
I mean, you're not like primarily a drummer. You're a guitar player.
Yeah.
Primarily.
primary guitar, secondary drummer, and then third and least of, please don't make me play bass. I'll do it.
You have surprising natural rhythm. Like
Yeah.
some people just don't have it. Some people just
It's either
don't have
1 and 3 or 3 and 4.
it. Yeah. Talking about the snare.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not the it's the kick. It's the
Well, and that's
it's
the
just
thing.
The
actually,
bounciness of the rhythm.
well, with
Like,
the band I got now, I actually had to. Our bass player Jaden, he had work said, "Hey, man, I know you got a gig in 2 weeks, but you got to go to San Francisco. Sorry, bud. This is your real job." I was like, "That's fair. I guess I'll just try to muddle through the bass and everything I have." And it worked really well, I think, because I just knew it was like, all right, boom, 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 boom. You know, hit those, those notes
Yeah.
right with the bass, or like learning just, hey, like do do do, like just even that little pause that you do just so the snare comes through. Those little like bass things and like theology, I guess you could call it, just the
music theology.
yeah,
Yeah, music theology, dude.
the doctrine of the bass.
The doctrine of the music theology.
I mean, it's just like it's so.
First grade.
It's not until you don't have a bass player that you realize how much the bass is needed.
Of
Oh, yeah.
course.
Oh yeah.
As soon as it stops, you're like,
Oh,
uh-oh.
Where did everything go?
I think the glue is not here.
Yeah, I've always explained like bands that they're like a body,
yeah.
right? Like your lead singers, it's the looks. You know,
It's the hair,
are you
face, nails.
attractive? Yeah, it's the groom. How groomed are you?
Yeah.
You know, your guitar players is the clothes, it's the style. It's
Yeah,
all
there
that.
you go.
The drummer is the skeleton.
Yeah.
He's what makes it
He-
structurally sound.
You're going
or
to be
not,
walking, crawling, or running. Depends
Yeah.
on your drummer.
or just a pile.
Or just a pile of
mushy
mush.
flesh. Your bass player is the muscles. Like the drummer decides. The bass player is like, how much power do we have?
Yeah.
The drummer decides how much power we're using.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you're the
okay.
regulator.
Yeah. The drummer, the bass player is how wide is that scale? The drummer's where am I going to put that sliding scale?
Dude, it's insane. I mean, that's the thing about being in bands. If you've never been in a band before and you're just playing like by yourself, I mean, I've told you that a million times when you started like coming around and playing. It's like,
Oh,
dude, you gotta play with other people,
Oh, you do. You
Yeah.
got to.
and you
Yeah.
got so much better once you started playing in church, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I started
just-
figuring stuff out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let him do this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's my turn.
Yes.
Well, you realize you're not alone.
Like, yeah,
Like if you're alone, you just
Right.
do whatever you want. But when you're with other people, you're
You
forced to
gotta-
become part of. You all have to become this one thing.
Right.
Where if you're just doing your own thing, it's noticeable. People are
Right,
like,
right,
what's
right.
that guy doing? He's not even part of this
Right.
this thing that's going on.
yeah,
You know, he's
Oh, yeah.
musically masturbating on stage,
yeah.
and
I mean, dude, that's the one thing that people I really like. I want to say it was at my Stone Mountain house. You and me were jamming one time.
Yeah. Yep.
And we were just getting into it, and I didn't have to give him a look or anything. I was literally mid looking up, and he was already sliding down into the solo, and we both stopped and looked at each other. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
you felt it.
I felt it, man. It
Felt
was
it.
my time.
Yeah.
that's the best feeling.
That's
And
my
we-
time, man.
I mean, and you and me, when we do all the stuff at the Monroe Church.
Dude, we haven't had to talk about anything. Like you and I have always just had this like. But that's more.
Yeah.
That's more than we ever gave each other. I just knew
Oh, dude,
what you were
that's-
doing, and you just knew like either I was gonna follow or I would give you,
that extra
volume
snare
cues,
hit,
energy
or
cues,
yeah.
and you'd be like, oh, we're going, we're taking it up a notch.
Well, what's funny is like you told me like how you would kind of watch me sometimes if you couldn't hear my voice or the stuff on stage. And Ethan, he says now he's like, yeah, dude, I just follow your elbow. If I can't hear you, I just watch your elbow.
Whoa.
Dude, I've had to do that a couple of times in church settings, where like your ears go out,
Yeah.
your in ears they stop working.
Oh, that'd
for
be the
some reason
worst.
because
And you're in that the cage.
Like the guy
Yeah.
accidentally
and you're
mutes.
in a cage.
Yeah.
And I'm having to look at the confidence monitor to see where we are in the song, so I know, okay, I don't know how to explain it, but like, where worship music especially is just when am I loud and when am I quiet?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
basically the gist of it. It's you're just going up and down all the time, and you kind of feel in the room. You're feeling where the Spirit's leading, and you're feeling kind of where the worship leader is going, and that's pretty much what you're doing. You're just following him. But like, there's times where your ears go out, and you're watching the acoustic guitar player, and you see this, and you're just like,
All right. Yep.
and you're just having to,
Yeah.
or you just say, screw everybody, you're following me.
Yeah. I mean,
Right,
like you
right.
take it, grab it, it's like we're going this way.
Yeah, I'm the conductor.
I mean, dude,
I'm the conductor now.
that's just the funniest part. I mean, we would show up and we do like, I mean, I've felt like in a few worship bands I've been in. Well, you know, you try to learn the song. You maybe go to the Wednesday practice if there's not youth stuff going on, and then you show up Sunday and you're like, oh, the guys, can we change the key? I'm like, no,
Oh, dude.
no.
That's the most amazing thing ever when you practice.
in one key, and then
And then
And
the
they're like,
singer shows up on
well,
Sunday and they're
let's-
like, my voice sounded
I can't hit that today.
I didn't wake up 4 hours early and drink tea. Can we
Yeah,
play
exactly,
B
yeah.
flat? And you're like,
That's one step flat.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
can I play a D sharp?
drummer's like, yeah,
Can I
go
play an
for
E
it.
sharp? You're like, that's F, bro.
Yeah, let me tune my drums real
You don't
fast.
know
Yeah.
anything.
You know, let me capo my drum set, dude.
Man, that's one of the craziest things. I remember. Do you
The
remember
drummer's always like, that's fine with me.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whatever, dude.
responds the singer in the group chat? It's like, hey, can we change the key? And drummer's like, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I speak for everyone.
Yeah. I
Every
lead-
guitar player's like, you're making me play the solo a half step different.
Dude, do you
Like,
remember?
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you
exactly.
remember-
Your guitar players hate.
Well, you remember that
change
time we were trying to record at that studio that was inside the mall, of like the Discover Mills
It
Mall.
sounds like Tenacious D.
It wasn't in a karaoke
This
booth.
is the greatest album, or the greatest
The
song in
greatest
the world.
song in the world. But you remember that
Tribute.
studio? We went in there. We tried to record something, and we could not, for the life of us, get a click track that worked.
Oh, no.
Trying to remember this.
And then the engineer guy was talking about how like some bands come in there and they will tune the drums to the song's key, so the toms are like in some kind of semitone. And I'm like, this guy's.
I remember that comment, but
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't really remember. I feel like I vaguely remember.
It was towards the beginning. I think it was the first time we tried to record before we went to Rex Tracks and did it there.
I
Which,
think
dude,
I remember this, but
yeah, I mean, dude, what's funny is Rex Tracks recorded there with the hometown youth, and then like, dude, I just love studios. I think Chase Park was my favorite one that we did in Athens.
Yeah.
The last time you and me worked on some solo stuff.
Brian,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Brian, man. He's got a kid too. He's busy as all get out.
he was at Grace Monroe for Summit this year.
Oh, nice.
Grace's Summit, where they get all the churches at one church.
Mm.
He was up there running sound.
Oh, dude, he's such a solid sound. He's a great engineer too.
He saw me. He was like, "What are you doing?"
What are
And I
you
was
doing?
like,
What are you doing here? Or
Check
God,
it out.
that's the funny thing about going back to church now. I see some people like, what are you doing here, Jared?
Like,
Oh, miss me. Hey.
I don't know either.
I'm just out from the wilderness. I was tired of the locusts.
I was that locust.
I still eat honey, though.
Bro, I wish you could have seen Randy's face when I came back to church and just was like, hey, Randy's like, Jared? I
Third Monday.
was like, don't worry, I'm not mad about Kosovo. It's all good. I was like, I was in the wrong.
He's like, no, I'm not mad about Kosovo.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, thanks, Jared. I'm glad you're not mad about the mess up that you made.
You piece of shit.
Sure.
Oh my God.
I would just love if he were just.
That's my pastor.
Yeah.
Hey.
I would
Hey.
have so much respect for Randy if he just leaned in and was like, yeah, piece of shit. Oh, Randy. Oh.
Dude.
I'd have been like, ah.
Yeah, you got him. Yeah.
I've only heard.
Got him.
I've only heard one story from my sister Jenna when she was on a mission trip in Peru with Randy. That was the only confirmed time that we've ever, like, anyone's ever heard Randy swear. And it was
Whoa.
and it was because
Did you say poop?
he said the shit. Yeah. And I think Jenna told me they were going
The poopy one?
down.
Yes,
one-
if you're a pastor, the only time you can curse would probably be in Peru.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that racist?
No.
no? All right.
No.
Okay.
No, man. You could be 18 and drink there, right?
I think you can be 6.
What does that have? Sebastian over there made a face.
I mean, you know, if you're 18,
But
you
it was
do.
a very. I give them all the leniency in the world because she was also freaking out because they're on the mountain roads in Peru.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
And then the bus does that real hard turn where one of the wheels kind of goes whoop, and then gets back on as you're
Oh,
going around
man.
the turn, and you just hear it. And she told me that Ranger just went, "Oh shit!" Like,
I have many people's entire lives in this bus.
Oh man.
but yeah, dude. Oh my
Oh
god,
my gosh.
it's just funny going back to church after you've been out of it for a while. Like, I mean,
Yeah, especially a church you know.
Yeah.
Like you like you grew up with a lot of people there, so you like see old faces, and it's like it's the same, but it's totally different.
oh, dude, it's different now.
So you feel like you have, like, I don't, you feel like you have relational capital with people. Like,
Yeah.
Like you have some like you feel like you could just go behind the soundboard or go in the closet and say hi to somebody, but you also feel like
I haven't seen you in like 6 years.
They'd
So
be like, "What does this guy think? Like, he's just kind of walking in here." And, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah, dude.
It's a weird feeling.
It's just I just do like how Grace has done the Grace Fellowship Church. Like, great church, always been there. You know, had my ups and downs with them, sure, but it's like I just appreciate how they didn't go mega church and they just sprawled out.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that's good.
Well, yeah, they had a point where it was like, you know, they had 5 services.
Yeah, I forgot about that. The
And-
main campus.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it was unsustainable for all of the staff.
yeah.
It wasn't about paying staff.
It was just we don't have enough.
It was like, this is ridiculous.
I mean,
Like,
when you get to the point where you have to have put chairs in, it's a good problem where you have to put chairs in the lobby and then put the sermon like broadcasted onto the TVs in the lobby.
yeah,
Great problem to have. Just does make making relationships a little bit harder.
yeah, well, impossible
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. So they were like, where's everybody coming from?
hmm
And you know, they would find out like this many people, this demographics coming from there and there, and so they would build churches where they found people coming from.
Because I
'Cause,
remember,
like nobody can pastor to 8,000 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that
not
ain't.
possible.
That ain't
not
happening.
with-
Jesus had 12.
You know what I mean?
God was like, I could do 12. Like these pastors are like,
Nine
Bring 'em
9,000,
on,
I
brother.
need more.
it's over
Bring 'em on.
9,000.
It's the numbers, man. It's the numbers, Mason.
Sound like Vegeta.
It's
Dude,
over 9,000. Oh my god! But I mean, that's just the funny. I mean, for me, I never really like got out of faith. Like I always knew, like you know, there's God, there's Jesus, and all that stuff, and I'm just out here fucking around.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Cthulhu was cool,
the
but
way,
it
the
just, you know,
truth, and the life, Jared. Come on now.
Cthulhu,
he was cool, but his church was a little creepy.
Cthulhu's church. Like,
But like I just love how like you grow up a little bit. You kind of go out in the wilderness on your own, and then you go back in there and you like. I think the most important thing is to come back and with a fresh point of view as an adult. Like when you're no longer the future of the church and you're just a part of the church. You know, you're that point.
yeah, they're not banking on you.
Like, come on, I don't know. We'll just
Well, the entirety of creation is banking on you, Jared.
well,
That's what the Bible says.
Yeah, man. That's how Romans 8, brother.
was that the Hebrew translation or was that
The Hebrew translator.
It says the entirety of creation is groaning and travailing in hope.
that I
For
just
the
get my shit
manifestation of the
together.
Revelation
sons.
and the manifestation of the sons of God. So if you want to manifest yourself anytime soon, creation would appreciate.
Yeah, yeah, man. They're hoping they figure out who you are
Me
pretty
too.
fast.
It was No, I'm sorry. It says it was subjugated in hope. It doesn't say it was. Anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah, whatever.
I
dude.
mixed up 2 of the verses in that chapter.
it's okay, man. But I just feel like it's something that a lot of people have actually been hearing. You know, what's the youngest generation now? Gen Z now?
I think it's like
Alpha.
lower than that now.
Gamma, beta,
Gamma, beta, Zeta, whatever.
Kappa, Phi, Alpha.
Kappa, fly away.
Well, I don't know if I want to know what you were about to just do.
I was trying to do like the Greek hands, like you know how all
What you
the
gonna-
all the fraternities have the hand signs and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah?
I'm about to have to hit the gong.
No, you get the dog. Look, you just do a
The
dog,
dog.
and then you just. That's what Sean does. Carne asada, dude.
Carne asada.
Carne asada, dude.
Dude,
Little dog.
I just think it's so funny because I mean,
My
They've been-
dog, you know.
well, what I'll say is like they've been talking about how Gen Z and Beta, whatever you call the younger ones, they're growing up more and more conservative and Christian than like millennials.
It's like being Christian is rebellious now.
yeah, it's the new rebellious
Before
thing.
you had to get tattoos and nose piercings, and now it's like, I believe in God, and you're like,
How-
freak.
How dare you?
What is wrong with you?
My grandma
I mean,
didn't
you
even
know.
go to church, you know. What do you think? What do you mean?
And she's got a signed Bible. Like, come on.
She's got a belly button ring.
Well, dude, the funny part is a part of
Cheryl.
me was thinking, let me go back into church. I'll find me a nice, because I was tired of trying to like meet people, and then they were just crazy blue-haired people.
Yeah.
I mean, not that there's bad blue-haired people out there. It's just
Like they don't have a reason to have blue hair.
Yeah,
right?
it's just-
they didn't come into contact with some industrial chemical action.
or their dad fucked a parrot. I don't know.
Just gonna hit the racist gong, all the blue hair talk here.
But it's just trying to find someone that has more.
We love blue hair. All right.
More.
See, Jared likes blue hair. You see
Look,
that
I'm a-
look?
I ain't saying I ain't gonna try it, but I'm just saying it's like you try to find people that are I want to slap them.
The blueberry.
The blueberry.
The blueberry,
Blueberry.
pomegranate,
Pomegranate.
cinnamon.
Eat it. But I mean, going back there and then
It's more of
realizing,
a gyro, gyro.
That was really just for old sea bass over there.
Old
yeah, he is dying back there.
No, he's not. He's living,
He's
brother.
living the dream.
Living the dream. Come on.
Can't even say, "Are you crying?"
That joker. That man is powering. No,
For most of this show.
this man's powering up. That's all I know.
That's power.
He's about to go Super Saiyan 3.
He's about to go over
I
9,000.
don't think Vegeta ever got that one.
Did he not? I thought Vegeta got to Super Saiyan 3.
No.
No,
Never.
they skipped.
How
They
did he
skipped
skip?
super. They
He
just
went to blue.
no. He went.
He got blue
well,
hair.
Yeah, that's right.
We're back to blue,
Blue
hair.
hair.
See, I don't hate all blue hair.
Vegeta's the lip.
Oh my god.
Well, judging by the facts that he's got trunks,
I mean,
he's married to a woman with blue hair.
look, that's what
Well,
the heck is
and his
going
son's
on?
got
Look,
purpley.
I'm not saying anything, but that's my Boma. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
Boma popped in my head. It's like, I don't hate all blue-haired girls. Like,
That's, I mean, you know, yeah.
We're not going to talk about Dragon Ball though, because there was some sketchy stuff.
when?
Just, I don't know. It was before people were like,
Is it because Frieza called them monkeys?
no, there was like all this like weird nudity.
What do you mean?
Like you see, like Goku's penis is just. getting
Oh,
shown
Dragon
all the
Ball.
time.
Like
That's
the,
Dragon
yeah.
Ball, man. That's a
like,
different time,
He's
bro.
like
Dude,
lifting Bulma's skirt.
I
It's
remember
like,
that.
She's
I-
like flashing
The-
Roshi, man.
Roshi.
yeah.
Roku, what the freaking
I totally remember that.
Dragon Balls.
He like she flashed
Like her bikini
Roshi.
top or
Yeah,
something?
so that he would splurt blood on an invisible enemy so Goku could kill him.
I
Yeah, I
remember
remember.
that.
Yeah.
Because for some reason Asians have nosebleeds when they're horny.
Sanji for
What is that?
dude.
I don't get it. They must have some weak noses, you know.
No, I've actually heard that they do have like
Weak.
small capillaries or something.
yeah, they have like something about the capillaries in their nose. Like when you
Poor
have a
guys.
sexual flush, you have more blood flow,
Yeah.
and so like apparently Asians get blood like
They just get them.
I love that
Or if
it is,
it's
a,
allergies
it
or
is a
something.
reoccurring trend in all anime.
they're allergic to sex. Is that what you're saying?
They're
There's a
allergic.
lot of them, Devin. I don't think they're allergic.
Dadgummit, not
They're-
again.
I
Their
think they
bodies
got it
exhibit-
figured out. oh my god, dude. I just
All right,
like,
man, I'm gonna forget. about the
Sorry
bodies.
about that. Didn't
yeah, I
mean to.
mean, dude, but I do remember the Dragon Ball books being in the public library, like the mangas. And what?
Oh my god, no.
What?
Let's move on.
Winder man.
We on mama way.
Oh my god, but yeah, I did. What was I going to? I was going to say like I remember.
Where you
I
at?
remember
Blue
when you
hair.
were talking about the Dragon Ball. Like I got the
I bet
comic
you're
book.
wondering how I found myself in this situation.
We were just talking about going over 9,000.
Oh yeah.
Blue hair.
So yeah, but I mean, what
We
I
were
was
looking
saying.
for a girl.
But then you go to church and you realize,
Yeah.
oh man, all these girls are just as fucked up as I am. So it's like
Well,
a hotel.
some of them are.
it's not yet
Yeah.
some of them, but there's like that funny part where it's like you can find people that at least just have the same values and at least are going in the same direction as you. It's like a much better starting point than just Tinder, Bumble, or all those
than
things.
someone who thinks that. I don't know if I want to go down this.
I didn't
road.
even know what is.
But-
I'm thirsty.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
if somebody wants to, let their children decide what gender they're going to be and start indoctrinating them in those kinds of ideas
yeah.
at a young age. It's like you can't even have a conversation with somebody like that.
Yeah.
Whereas somebody might have a past, they might be in the process of being sanctified,
Yeah.
of being redeemed, of trying to be more like Jesus. And you guys are going in the same direction. At
That-
least you guys can. The Bible talks about it's almost like nobody intentionally runs after God. He like has to reveal himself to you, and then when you see how good he is, you can't help but blame
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he's running
And-
after you,
but
boy.
like
Yeah.
everyone else is crawling through the dark,
Yeah.
aimlessly trying to
That's
find their way
right.
to God. That's the way the Bible
It's like
explains it.
Just
And
pretty
self-righteousness.
As long as
Yeah.
you and this other person, you guys may be in the dark, but at least you guys are trying to go to the same place.
Well, yeah.
That's starting point.
That's
where
the thing.
when somebody's, basically just
Yeah.
they don't even know it, but they're literally doing the bidding of Satan. They're trying to just destroy. They're
Yeah.
trying to kill. They're trying to steal.
I mean, and that's the
Every-
thing. It's like going to like at least a place, a church, some kind of small group or something that at least has the same values that you do. Starting from that point, because I mean, I've done I'm never going to try to like just hey, let's go meet at this bar and have a few drinks. That's the worst place to start off on. I mean, it shows you.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, that's what I was about to say. Maybe because then if you find out after two like drinks, she's a totally different person.
right.
It's good to find that out maybe at the start. Because I mean, me and my drinking issues, it's like I need to find someone that has a better control on it than I do.
Yeah.
So, like I can't find I can't go into a situation where it's my partner's going out drinking more than I am, and I'm playing in bars every weekend and stuff like that. So finding somebody there, I think it's really helpful, and I would encourage a lot of people to get back into church, get back into some kind of group of people that have similar values to you, and
Yeah.
challenge your values.
Yeah.
And I mean,
We need the fabric of our society to be intact.
Yeah.
Because right now we're just kind of destroyed.
hell, if we could just get back to where we can have a disagreement and not immediately jump to you're killing people, you're horrible, you're this, your words are violence.
Yeah.
Like-
Like it was really hard during COVID because you didn't have like malice towards anybody, but you couldn't even have a discussion about what was going on without somebody saying, "Oh, you're
Oh,
trying
gosh,
to kill my
yeah.
grandma."
Yeah,
And
Exactly,
you're like,
dude.
That's
Yeah.
not what I'm trying to do. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to have a discussion, and it's really freaking me out that we can't even
communicate.
just be like
Instant division.
Yeah,
like
That's it.
Literally.
you're censoring
Instant.
yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I don't know if have you ever heard of this girl Yeonmi Park?
yes,
You know who I'm talking
She's
about?
got the heavies.
My brother in Christ.
The
heavies.
Oh my
Yes, I've
gosh,
seen that,
bro.
and Andrew Schultz, everything.
Dude, the Andrew Schultz podcast was the best podcast.
Well, when
dude.
they had to
Haven't
explain it
seen
to
it.
her.
Dang.
And it
God.
was like this. There's this North Korean defector,
I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, yeah.
and she's got rather.
Right. I
She's
understand.
endowed, let's just say.
Yes.
But she's like
With child.
she's like 5'2", and she's like 97 pounds,
Yeah.
soaking wet, right?
Right,
With hair
right, right.
product in and everything, and like she's got massive boobies.
But
And
Zoombas.
And Andrew Schultz at one point, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was like, "Bro, I don't know if I even like really believe any that was real, right? Like that North Korea stuff." He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Is that what they're just telling us, or is that like real? Is that really happening over there?" And Joe is like, "It's real.
It's real.
It's happening. All right."
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Bro, she got those heavies from eating rats." And he's like, "I'm about to tell my girl to start eating rats."
Oh my God.
You're like,
Oh my
"Oh, Andrew,
Whoa,
chill,
whoa,
bro, chill,
whoa.
Andrew."
That's
Uh,
just who
and then
he
she
is,
went
though.
on his podcast later, and they like,
Oh wow.
she was like, "This is the first time anyone's made fun of me, and it feels good."
Yeah, she was.
Wow.
She's like,
That's
everyone
she,
was
she
so
talks
scared.
about all the time, like what I was trying to say earlier about not even be able to talk to somebody out of fear, like
Right.
how they're going to respond or how other people are going to respond or see you, whether or not you're going to get censored. And I mean, there was stuff happening. I mean, Big
well,
Tech was
it's just
censoring people
it's
all over the
scary
place.
because
But what she was talking about was how that's what it's like in a tyrannical dictatorship.
No
You
one can say
censor
anything.
yourself
Yeah,
because you're
Right.
scared of you saying something
Right.
to someone else is going to get you in trouble.
right, right.
So me not being able to have a conversation with some, I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying what I'm thinking.
yeah.
I'm just, this is what I've seen. I could be dead wrong,
And you-
right?
Right.
But I want to talk about it because that's kind of the point.
Yeah, and
Sure.
both sides, no one's going to get anybody to come over to their side of or point of view by insulting somebody just right off the rip. You know,
or getting mad and saying you're trying to kill my grandma.
Yeah,
It's
because
like-
you can't make someone's point of view change in what's TikTok's like 2 minutes long at the most, or something like that, like a
I
minute,
thought it was 60 seconds.
60 seconds, a minute 30, something like. You can't use a TikTok or an Instagram reel
Or Twitter.
or Twitter. Yeah,
You
you,
got so many characters.
yeah, you can't do that and like change someone's point of view. You have to be willing, and it's a lot harder. And another reason, after COVID and stuff, just not being as social, I had to rebuild that social like muscle, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
How do I get out and like talk to people? How do I, make small talk again? You just you got to get back out into that uncomfortable
On
zone.
top of that, you're walking on eggshells. 'cause
Yeah.
You don't want to
Well,
upset anybody.
Nowadays, not so much anymore. I'm just like, look,
It's worn off a lot. Now.
Yes.
Like now it seems like it's a lot more back to normal. You meet a masker every once in a while.
Yep.
You know,
Still driving in their car. Gosh, I
bro,
don't
the
know.
funniest thing I ever heard was the face mask right now. If you see someone with a face mask,
That's
it's the
the-
equivalent of it's like the liberals' MAGA hat.
That's their MAGA hat.
Like, oh, yeah,
Tell me you
I
voted for
understand.
Joe Biden without telling me you voted for Joe Biden.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Wearing a mask in my car. Like just
Exactly. That's
All
what I'm
right,
saying.
I mean,
Dude,
and
the funniest thing you ever told me was you were like, I don't know if you heard this from somewhere else or what, but you told me, you're like, man, I don't understand these masks. Like, are they really keeping out COVID? Like, somebody farts, I can just smell it.
still smell it.
Is it keeping out the COVID? I can smell your fart line at the bank.
Yeah.
Well, that was the most annoying part
Dude.
for me because you remember that company I used to work for that sold the safety products and stuff. Like it
Yeah,
sold like the
yeah.
respirators, and I mean we sold respirators for chemical plants. We sold
Respirators.
respirators. You know, like the face coverings with the little like the M3 or the, you know what I'm
Yep.
talking about?
The conspirators.
Yeah. Like,
Yep, yep, yep.
and so I had to get OSHA trained on this and stuff, and I was arguing with people that had no experience selling this level of like safety equipment, and I had to explain to them, you do realize you have to shave your face to get a good seal. Like with like if you're a painter and need to do spray painting and stuff, you have to shave your face. At minimum, you have like a mustache or goatee, and you still have to have that like seal, so that way those microscopic tiny little particles
Oh
get in.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, you got to shave your face to wear a scuba mask.
I mean, dude, there was a
Like, what are you doing? In the air is much more.
I remember the Times Square. They had those dancers during 2020s, 2021, and they had the Times Square dancers dancing out in the cold, and they had it was like Under Armour, like that workout material, but they had face coverings, and you could see through the lights the breath that they'd take in the cold
Oh,
air.
of course.
It was coming through their mask, and I was just looking at
the person exhaust.
I was just like,
Yeah.
and I was just looking at everybody.
Ain't that better? You know.
Or my personal favorite was when someone would come up to you, take off their mask, like you need to put your mask on, and then put
Or
it
they
back.
take it off to sneeze.
Take it off. Take it off to sneeze.
That was a good one.
Yeah, but I don't want to get my mask all sneezy. Jeez.
But I mean, dude, it's funny you talk about the fart. Like that's how they used to test if you could actually like, because I mean, you know, guys that are
Oh, this would work.
yeah, this would work.
Check it out.
Can't smell that one.
But to test the mask seals, they would literally have those like the packets of salt, like the smelling salts, or like some kind of sulfur smell.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you put the mask on, turn on the vacuum seal so it sucks to your face for like the super high tech ones, and then literally they just like
Vacuum.
spray these little like sulfur puffs around, and then if you went like they're like
Oh,
yeah,
you got the
Yep.
COVID.
you
Yep.
got dude, I felt so bad for people like our buddy Freddie, who will be on this podcast one day or the other,
Oh, Freddy.
also known as Duke
the Freddy.
Duke Holmes, if you will. But
Lube domes.
oh my god, dude, it was just like, I mean, like, you could just like, it was just you could literally just fart and smell it.
You?
Of course. Of course it's me.
Oh my god.
Sheesh.
But yeah,
Just making noises.
Air it up.
Yep, yep,
Bring it up.
yep. Yeah.
All 9,000 taste buds.
Yep, yep, yep.
oh, here's a fun question I just thought of. Do you still have that bottle of scotch that we got you for your wedding?
No.
Okay, good.
Of course I think your Joker's gone,
I
dude.
think Joey's has still got his. But that's maybe a good thing he didn't drink it all so
We
fast.
drank almost the whole thing.
Dude,
before the wedding.
your brother's comment.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So what was it, 24 or 12-year-old scotch? I can't remember.
It's pretty dank stuff, dude.
Yeah, it was
I'm really
good.
glad you said scotch.
Yeah, it was scotch.
After I said dank.
No, after you said 12-year-old.
Oh, jeez. It's dank, bro.
Yeah, we didn't give you a nice pristine 12-year-old. We gave you a 12-year-old scotch.
I'm scared
Can
right
we,
now.
Look,
After everything
on the
we've said,
record,
that's the one that's freaking me out.
12-year-old scotch.
But yeah, dude, I just remember
On the record.
we were all talking about
For the
it.
record.
We're all trying it
On the
and stuff.
Write it down.
On the record.
Mark it.
Write
Clip
it
it.
down, Sebastian.
But it,
What, did I say something I was supposed to, not supposed to?
No,
Sure.
it was just saying scotch.
For on the record.
Anyway, what were you saying?
But what was so funny is your brother, when we were all tasting it that first time, and then he walks into the room. We're like, "Oh, come on, bro, try this out." And he takes one sip of it. And he goes, "What is this cigarette water?"
Cigarette water, yep.
And then everybody was just-
up, dude.
He's not wrong.
It is like a campfire, though.
It's a little smoky.
Oh my! Did you ever tell Megan I was on shrooms at your whole wedding?
You big poo poo doo doo
I
head.
forgot about that.
You
oh,
were?
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Are
yeah.
you serious?
I was like tripping, but I was like, ooh. Some points I was like, ooh.
My brother in Christ.
He's washing her feet.
Just
Ooh.
Wow. Wow. Look at those.
Just every
at
2
those.
minutes you
I'm good.
flex yourself out of it.
Yeah, literally. I mean,
One step, two step,
I was
three.
trying so hard to get Josh Moore to do it with me. He's terrified of shrooms.
Oh Lord.
Well, yeah, I mean
After that one.
after that one time,
That one time that may or may not have happened.
I cried.
Oh.
Dude, you remember?
Oh.
when-
I cried
Mm.
in his room under his bed sheets. I like went alone. I needed to get away from everybody.
yeah,
I
that-
couldn't look at anybody in the
Wow.
face
Dude,
because I knew I was gonna get sucked into a demon world.
I had the best
Oh,
time at
jeez.
your wedding.
Like I didn't know. Well, I don't know what it was, but yeah, I just cried
Dude, it's,
in his room under his
Lord.
sheets.
Help us.
I just remember on one of the
bad.
come ups, we were like singing and playing in the bachelor suite, and like doing the battle back and forth between the bridesmaids and the groomsmen.
Yeah,
That was so cool. I mean,
that was fun.
it was perfect. Freaking Winder man had us crying right out the rip with his speech in the groom's room. That was-
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
yes.
that was a great speech.
I mean, you know.
it's like you were ready, and we were like, okay, we're not gonna cry. Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
big old fat man tears just rolling down my face.
Just someone judge you.
And me and the fairies in the room were just having a ball. But yeah, dude, it was. I remember
You
everything.
ripped the buttons on my vest.
Well, we did try to do the
Ole.
what the dirty dance is it dirty dancing?
I don't know what it is.
But the I had the time and you do the
The lift up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I jumped and you lifted me up. and you
All
ripped
the buttons.
and the thing was it was like I grabbed your vest and I was trying to get like right at the hip so we get that like center of gravity point and then like it caught just a little bit on your
Yeah,
vest
you were like in my stomach.
and then I was like oh no and then your vest went
Yep.
all the buttons on the floor. It worked much better when I did it with your aunt. She was a lot lighter.
Yeah,
It worked
Oh,
much
Tracy?
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, she
Yeah.
was so cool, man. And she was like, do it. I'm only like 115. I was like, I could do that.
I'm only like,
I could do that.
Yeah, Joseph was like, solid 2.
Solid 2.
Dude, and I'm really glad your wife was okay with you doing the samurai bun. You look so good on you, dude.
Oh yeah, that was the move for sure.
yes.
Dude.
Yes, sir.
Full bun would have been weird. Hair all the way down. I would have outshined.
You know what I
her.
need from that
Oh,
wedding,
yeah, exactly.
actually?
Yeah. Understood.
You remember when
you
we
can't
outshine-
outshine your wife?
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
with your hair.
Don't outshine the master.
It's just, you know about this. You know about outshining your sisters. They got to be so mad at you.
Oh, of course.
Dude, when I wake up, they're already mad at me.
Amazing.
You look like a Revlon commercial when you wake up. It's so bad, like in a good way.
Yeah. Well,
Dude.
freaking
Well, the
sea bath
problem is
again.
they
Dang.
blowtorch their hair and put color in it, and do the stupid stuff. And we have what they call virgin hair because we've never done anything. To it,
Yeah.
you know.
Never
maybe-
dyed it, never product.
Maybe you got to learn something, you know?
But dude, there's one picture I want to get from your wedding because remember when we all did like kind of individual photos with the groom? We did. There's this picture of us in Kosovo on the mountainside where we're doing the Spartan handshake.
Yeah.
And there's a picture at your wedding where we're doing that. I want to put those two right next
Side
to each
by
other.
side.
Yeah,
That'd be great. Oh
Mm.
man, Kosovo,
dude.
dude.
I mean, that might be a Joseph's second episode kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so one of the interesting
Drinking
things,
that moonshine, walking up that mountain.
Oh.
It's crazy.
everyone was so mad at us because we were like the Barat and the guy that was leading us up the mountain in his tractor. He thought we were like leaders, which we kind of were, but we just were college leaders at that point.
Well, we were just college age.
Yeah, and we were leading a lot.
I mean, you know, spiritually, yes.
spiritually,
Yeah.
you know, we're
Maybe
leading
not.
them.
We
But
didn't have a title on it, but
everyone was like, "Oh, these are the musician guys." We freaking played on the radio in Kosovo.
Mhm. I played Avicii.
Yeah, we played Avicii.
Make
Don't
my
wake me
way.
up when you
Yeah.
follow. And we had been smoking cigarettes all night. The next morning, guys, I don't know if I can sing as good as I want. And we like tuned down to like open D. Tried
we
to,
had been sick for like 3 days.
dude, that sickness I had. That was, remember at the second day in.
That's what I'm talking. We
Yeah.
were both sick. You and I both were
You
sick.
didn't seem that sick.
Dude, I was literally as sick as you. I was in it with you. We both got something and got over it in like 2 days.
It was
Wow.
those horse pills we got from the Labcom or whatever, that little box on the side of the road.
what?
What are
pharmac-
you talking about?
Oh wait, did you not go with me and brought to the pharmacy?
No.
Oh
What?
yeah, dude, the
Uh-oh.
the antibiotics that we got for that.
The antibiotics.
I just go into this.
Oh, you're saying they were like
There were horse pills,
they
dude.
were huge?
We had to break them
Jeez.
in half and eat them in two.
Somebody had solidified penicillin.
All I remember is just that the worst of it for me is seeing you, Brian, and Barat over my bed, and I'm in a pool of sweat. Just, I thought I was in my underwear, and Barat's like, "No, I saw your wiener."
I like how the lights just start going up.
Every
with
time
the...
he laughs, the lights go up.
They're the excitement lights. But I mean, God, dude, Kosovo was a whole other thing too, man. That was just a beautiful, beautiful
I mean,
place.
that's why I'm married to my wife.
Yeah,
Because of
Oh,
Kosovo.
I had to
of
listen
course.
to the whole. Like, I'm gonna marry this woman. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I just don't understand why her dad doesn't like me.
Well, Joseph, let me break it down. You have no phone, no shoes, no
Barefoot
bank
blue
account.
jean night.
You want to live in the woods as a missionary in some foreign country. You can understand now as a father, baby.
All you're doing is playing gigs to make enough money to buy burgers and weed. And you want
Burgers and
to
weed.
take his daughter?
It was like Joseph.
He's like, no.
It's like I gotta
Let's
play
think
it.
about this
He's like,
rationally.
I'll kill you. I didn't get it at the time, and now I've had my son, and I'm like, I still don't get it. You know, I look. What I'm saying is, he's my son. I feel like if I have so I heard a comedian one time. He was like, I had my son, and I was like, man, I would die for you. And then he said, and then I have my daughter, and I was like, I would kill for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Okay, I gotta have a daughter now, because I'm not gonna understand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
That'll change the way I see her. I'm sure.
I mean, dude. I'm not gonna lie. My sister Jordan's pregnant, so like,
You're not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie about that. She's pregnant, but
she must be
when
pregnant.
she told me that she was like, I wanted to have a nephew just so I could have that football like coaching experience with my nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Jared.
Uncle Jared.
Yeah.
And God bless, she's having a girl, and it's gonna be awesome. But I bet she's gonna be a kicker, maybe a free safety.
What sport are we talking about?
Football.
Okay, we're talking about sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I mean,
Football.
I'm not gonna say she can't play
I
football.
thought you were saying like in the womb.
Oh no,
She's gonna be a kicker.
Yeah.
it's like rubbing my sister's belly. And oh Jesus Christ!
Jesus.
Get her in some MLS right now. But man, it's just I can't wait, man. 'Cause I know.
Yeah, I don't think we want to talk about women's soccer.
Football, you mean?
Oh, you don't make jokes.
We're gonna have to hit the
Football.
gong.
Right there. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, dude, it was just so cool, though. I mean, seeing your story from like the band to Kosovo, you and Megan and everything, like doing what they like wanted to do. Oh, Jesus Christ, my stuff's going off. Shut up.
Hey, man, why'd you fix that?
I know, I'm trying. But what I'm thinking is just like, just watching the journey and how it all went through in Kosovo to after Kosovo to all the stuff we tried to get the momentum with the band, everything in between, the hiatus you and Megan took. And then
For 7 years.
for
that
7,
one?
yeah, that
Yeah, the
little
7-year
that little
hiatus,
gap
yeah.
year, you guys.
Yeah.
And this man started wearing shoes and
And then he
clothes.
just comes out of nowhere. It's like, so guess what? I'm dating Megan. I was like, what? You finally did it?
Like police. The police.
Woo, that's a sign of the police.
Dude. Uh-oh.
It's the excite lights.
Yeah,
I was like, dang, man.
dude. I mean, it's
This
just
is it right here.
it's just so
Yeah.
funny because you see all that
This
and
is
stuff.
it.
Everybody knew
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was like it's either gonna happen or
David's gonna kill him.
I'm going. Yeah, pretty much. David's gonna kill him.
Dude,
My father-in-law.
Oh, God bless him.
your mom, dude.
Dude, I remember holding your
wedding.
mom back at the wedding.
I know.
She wanted to murder him.
Oh, with his speech.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro.
I know.
dude, that
yeah.
speech, like I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
knew it was coming
Yeah.
because I know David. Like
Ooh.
I knew he was going to wait until.
That was a speech, man.
I mean, dude, just holding your mother back. She's like, "What the fuck is he saying?" It's like, just let him go. It's not going to matter. And then,
My
he's-
mom said that.
oh yeah, y'all standing right next to your mom when he started doing the speech, and she looks
Yeah,
at me.
man.
What the
Like
fuck
he's
is
clean. Like he's cleaning his gun through his words. You know.
he? Yeah,
Like.
I mean, and just like I mean, it was just like he said that thing where it's like, I saw you. You're not where I thought I would want you to be, and all that stuff. And even now, you're still not where I want you to be. But God,
Praise the Lord, I guess.
praise the Lord, you got faith in Christ, and it's all going to work out. And he said a lot more stuff in there between much more artistically and stuff like that. But like the parts where he was kind of shitting on you, and your mom was like,
Kinda.
yeah. I mean, it was like hot fudge Sunday.
Yeah,
all
where my father-in-law shit on me at the end of my wedding.
yeah,
Man.
Yeah, it was nice.
yeah.
A
I mean,
big
everyone
dookie.
that knew David knew it was
I
coming.
just knew what I was gonna do that night to his daughter.
Exactly. So I mean, you win. You won.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God. but yeah.
Victory.
Victory scream.
Yes. That's why we're best buds right there. We both said victory, Screech.
Oh my god, it was so funny, dude. Oh, but yeah, it was. But one of the things I always asked Joey and Josh this is, like Joey, he wants to get back out and playing and stuff. He's going to work his job.
That was a segue.
Yeah, I know. I was like, let's get out of here.
What happened?
Just turning it from like shitting on Joseph getting shit on from his
Next time.
But I mean, so it's like Joey, he's talking about, he wants to eventually kind of get to doing like a little bit what I'm.
We all want to play music again.
Yeah.
Like that's a given. It's part of our lives. Like, there was a reason why we did it for so long.
Yeah.
With nothing to like show for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not nothing to show for it, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't something that we were. It wasn't something that was like
We weren't
catapulting us into like the upper echelons of success.
Yeah.
Right. But we loved it. There was
Yeah.
something in us that couldn't get away from
We
it.
loved each other, man.
And we still do.
Yeah.
Love each other and the music, and we can't get away from it. It's just going to be part of our lives. I mean, I talked on the phone with Josh for like an hour, the night that we were all on that.
Yeah.
call.
When he,
Then you called me, asked me to be on this podcast and whatnot, and that's what we talked about for a good like 30 minutes of the phone call. He was just like, dude, he was talking about having professors that talked to him that he made relationships with in college, and they asked him what he did, and he's like, well, I love playing music with my boys, and a lot of them were just like, dude, don't ever stop playing music, because it's something I never had.
Yeah, he had
And
that
I
one
really-
professor that did play and stopped, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he really regretted it, and it's just like, I can hear it when I talk to every one of us. Like,
Yeah.
there's something in us that just, there's something about music that's like what we're supposed to
It's
do.
the brothers, dude.
I mean, yeah, when I
Come
can look over at you and I'm like, Devin, I'm messing up this chord. And you're like, I got you, man. It's a G7.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
G6.
G7.
There's something so special. There's something so holy about playing music with
Well,
people.
And it's not to get too like meta spiritual or whatever, but it's the fact that everyone that you're on the stage with is in that moment with you, and you all are deeply dependent on each other to pull this off. It's just like I being a football guy, like playing it and stuff. I always kind of go back to football and life and all that, but music and sports are so identical in a life like kind of lesson way. You got it. If the bass player messes up or the lead singer's too drunk to do his job, you all look like a bunch of fools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's with that look, Joseph?
I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah, but I mean, like Joey wants to do that still, and we talked a little bit about. I don't want to say like I'm encouraging him, of course, but there's ways to do it. It's a different game now that he's got a wife, and same thing with you and a kid. And I mean, Josh, he's like
He's a little far away.
He's a little far away, but I mean,
He's only a plane ride away.
he's only playing right away with that the
We got the
wonderful
Ozman.
the Ozman. But I mean, he's even talked about like when we were kind of having that conversation.
This is a side track. What's the deal with getting on a plane and just flying somewhere? Like, you have to like declare who's on your plane? Like,
I declare bankruptcy.
With
you can just get in a plane and fly somewhere?
basically, from what I understand, because the less I know, it's fine with me. If we're going here and here, cool.
You
But-
didn't have to tell anybody official that you were on that plane.
No, it was just, hey, we have three.
It was like driving a car. You don't have to tell anybody
Literally,
you're in
like
the car.
it felt like we got
Pulled up.
crammed into a Mini Cooper and then just went 7,000 feet in the air. It was terrifying, but
Potter.
I mean, ooh, someone's excited.
Yes, sir.
It's got to be Zaz or Mr. Shake.
Shake, shake,
They're
shake.
heavy.
Shake, shake, shake.
But I mean, yeah, it's all he had to do was just say, "Hey, we're flying to Savannah from Lawrenceville Airport. Can we go direct? Meaning, can we fly through these airspaces that might be over certain buildings or stuff like that? If there's like a military base that we'd be flying over, probably not. We'd have to make a little, triangle pattern or whatever to get past it. It was just crazy listening to him talk on to air traffic control. We'd get out of range and they'd say, all right, have a good flight. All right, thank you, bye. And then, hello, this is so-and-so flight coming in from Savannah. Like, hey, what's up? All right, yeah, go ahead and land here.
Say, hey, what's up?
Yeah, well, they're a little more professional.
What's up, bro?
Where you want to land?
Come on down.
Those are the smaller airports. Bring her down gently.
The runway's fine.
But I mean, you go through all the flight schools and stuff like that, so you have a lot of the regulations and stuff taken care of when you get your license, much like a vehicle.
Yeah.
It's just you got to know how to communicate, how to like make your call signs, all those other things, and do it in that, Roger Zulu 457, Gulfstream coming in from, not West 40, all that jargon they do. And the worst part, though, I would say, was when on going up, Sebastian fell asleep because he had 3 hours of sleep.
Old sea bass.
Just running through the puss like that. He just got wore out. So
Old sea bass.
he's sleeping. I'm freaking out. And then we get about to the cruising altitude. And then they start, and while while I'm freaking out, my mic was not working, so I could not communicate.
Sea bass calms the storm.
And
I was gonna make the reference, bro. You beat me to it. There's a regular Jesus.
Regular
sleeping in the back of his boat. You're like, do you not care?
Do
that
you
we're
not
going to
care? We're
die?"
fucking 7,000 feet in the air.
it's like, I got it.
I brought my pillow.
And Zaz was like, me too.
But the funniest part was him and the instructor.
Mark it.
Mark it.
Sorry.
It's all right. We'll just bleep.
Beep, boop, bop, mhm.
But what's super funny about it is, so we take off, we get in the air, and we're cruising. Seabass falls asleep. Him and the instructor start talking about the fields and stuff around the, because we're flying through Georgia. You can see the different fields and everything on the farms. And then they start talking about if they have to crash land, which field. He kind of quizzes Oz. So which field do you want to land in if we had to crash right now? Do emergency landings. And he points over, that one, right?
I think we'll go with, right over there looks pretty good. You think? You think that was good? Yeah.
Well, the funny part
I
was
think I'll just crash right here.
he points to like one field that he thinks would be a good place to crash land, and the instructor goes, no, those go from east to west. You want north to south because of our trajectory.
You want those trees to be nice and firm when you go.
No, it's just gonna start out as soon as it go. And he's like, no.
Those trees are just...
He's like, if you land in that field, it's going to be we're probably going to die because of the way we're going into the ruts versus like going with them.
Trees, yeah.
So it'd be like
saying like the ruts in the
the
ground.
Yeah, from where they like hoed the field and everything. And it's like, yeah, if you go to that one, it's smooth because you're going with it because we're going north to south.
Stay in like these little ruts. These little
Versus
tracks.
if you go east to west and
the plow tracks.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I'm but you can imagine, as me freaked out as I am, it's very comforting to hear about how we would crash land. And
Oh no, it was even better when we first took off, because when he asked the question when we first take off, the only place to land is on 316. So
Nice.
Jared is just shitting a brick, thinking about the plane is gonna have to land on this busy highway with all this traffic,
it would be great publicity.
and that's when I decided to go to sleep.
Yeah.
It would have
You know
been
what? There's
great.
nothing I can do.
Sleepy
I might
time
as
she
well
comes.
Bro, I just would have hated if I was that guy
go. The lion
that just-
sleeps tonight.
just passes out from the stress. That's probably what would happen if oh God, I told Oz I told Oz
Why does his name have to be secret?
because he's weird and I love him and he asked me to do it.
Why does my name have to be
He says eventually once he gets his super like security clearance, he maybe will like divulge his true name if we don't fuck it up too many times. Or
Reveal his
if
true
someone in the
nature.
comments just wants to dox him, that's fine. Get yourself banned, not us. But I mean, dude, the funniest thing is just he's really good at flying a plane. He did phenomenal. I just have the anxiety.
It's all your
You would
problem,
have felt
dude.
better if you were flying the plane with no training.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd die on my own
I
I
count.
got this,
You would
man.
have felt better. You'd have been like, at
gonna
least
play-
I'm in control of my death.
I'm playing lead guitar on this Joker right now.
Do the fire and flames, literally.
Look at Oz. You're like, I see the chords you're playing. We're gonna play this song.
We're gonna be in the
I told
key
him
of.
if they would have just had like a fake joystick in the back that I could just just like
It's freaking
the light.
The air police.
the air police.
Nope, no more, none of that.
Freaking Mario
Pull
Kart
over.
64.
Well,
up
and
in
on
there.
top of that, I like having an instructor there because
Do a barrel roll.
no,
Barrel roll, Starbucks.
I liked how there was big letters. This plane is not approved for spins.
Oh man,
Like
no
you're-
barrel rolls.
No
yeah.
barrel rolls. And I mean, they can do the stall exercises where they intentionally stall the plane and then get it to start back up.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten to mention to Oz, if he had done that, I would have fucking killed him.
You would have probably taken the shit of a brick or something.
I would have thrown poo at him.
But that's
Thrown poo. Just straight up.
freaking Monkey.
But then,
You pre-gonged?
I'm
You
pre-gonged. Pre-gonged.
oh my god! But it was,
Get
yeah,
the pre-gong going on.
it was insane.
What was it called? Porpoising?
Yeah, where they
where
just
they were
go
trying
up.
to turn on the autopilot to get it engaged,
And it just go
it
up?
kept on like
Did you-
decelerating and then accelerating again.
Did
so the
you do
plane's
it on
just doing this
purpose?
move,
Which-
where it's just dipping, not even much, 100, 200 feet at most, and then it gets right back to its elevation. Jared is crapping himself every single time. And he does it like 4 or 5 times in a row before they just go, autopilot's not gonna work today.
Yeah, well, it's different when you're like this and versus like this in the back seat.
Looking up. You don't know where the ground is.
The worst part was when we flew through that cloud.
That was the best.
But
You remember that time we flew through that cloud and
because it was a good.
Jared threw his pooch?
The time Jared threw his poo.
He got so mad he threw a poo. But I mean, it was just so surreal how you could go through the cloud and it literally felt like you're in a car. You know, when you can't see that you're in the sky, like it just felt like it was so trippy.
So what you're telling me is you're a large farm animal that just needs to be blinded to not feel anxious.
I'm starting to come to this realization.
That's what you are. They called you a bull.
Double
In high
Das
school
Bull.
football.
They called me Das Bull because I'd always try to like, oh, here, let me fix the. And I'd break something, and it was like, oh
Dang
shit.
it, Jared.
Like, whoops. I shouldn't have done that. But man, I just, it was, look, Oz is a great pilot. I cannot wait for it to fly more with him. I will be just as terrified no matter what. We're just going to have to live with that or take some edibles before we get on the plane.
Some pre-roll.
Not gonna make it worse.
Dude, I love the anxiety I get from marijuana.
That's
Can I
crazy.
do this? Let's find out.
Them pre-rolled situations.
Pre-rolled situation.
Brother, I'm telling you, my brother in Christ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I tried to pull
Oh,
Joseph.
no.
But I mean, I guess what I was trying to say earlier, asking you about what your plans are for the future, like, what do you want to do with music now that you're in the situation that you're in?
I want to play drums.
Well, I get to do that all the time. So
Exactly.
But I mean, like, would you go into a studio to play guitar, write your own songs, and play the
yeah,
drums on it?
I would love to write some songs. I would like to play some music that's not worship music, so that I can. I don't know. I love worship music, but it's also a very frustrating form of music sometimes, because sometimes it's just so
Yeah, just repetitive.
It's just so linear. It's so like cookie cutter. I mean, it's just everything is 4 chords. There's no like real. Okay, for instance, there's a song that we listen to. The Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds live at Radio City when Dave Matthews sings the song "The Maker."
Mhm.
I know it's not his song, but I hear that song and I'm just like, there's something about this song that's so artistic.
Mhm.
You know, it's so beautiful. It's like someone who was creative created.
There
And
you go.
there's just this like beauty in it. There's this beauty in this thing where it's an expression of the beautiful thing that is
Yeah.
life, that somehow they've been given this gift to express through creating something that's never been.
And it
way
resonates
the
with you.
same
Yes.
way that God did
Yeah.
I feel that.
with creation. And worship music sometimes is very like, this was made for the most people to be able to catch on and
At 9
sing
o'clock in the morning.
at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's just not. Sometimes it's deep.
Oh yeah.
That's the goal of any good contemplative Christian songwriter is to make something congregationally acceptable, musically deep, and
Personally
there's some other
introspective.
third thing that makes it sound like I know what I'm talking
Like
about.
something that's personally introspective somehow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like theologically deep and rich, congregationally acceptable, and musically like
Creative, yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
just 4 chords, it's not just cookie cutter. It's more than that. It's really art.
Something
know?
you can hang, like you can
It's-
And a
grasp.
lot of worship music isn't like that. It's
Yeah.
maybe one of the two. And that's the goal of a lot of contemplative Christian artists, is to make something that's all three, but it's very hard to make something that everyone is going to be able to hear for the first time and catch on, where but then there's a whole nother side of Christian music that's
Switchfoot.
like, see, and then there's I'll listen to the Beautiful Letdown album, and I'm like,
Great
these
album.
This is amazing.
people made some music. They weren't trying to make worship songs people were singing on Sunday.
You were the one that told me that they were a Christian band.
and
I had no
that's-
idea.
See, that's the way God
Right,
is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
God doesn't say, "I'm a Christian, I'm God." You know, he doesn't explain himself. He just is.
Yeah.
He's self-evident. It says that his divine power, his eternal power and his divine nature is evident in creation.
Yeah.
It's not something that he didn't write out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, I guess he did technically with the Bible, but what I'm trying to say is, like,
If you've got the ears to hear and the eyes to
they didn't.
see.
He didn't make things so. He didn't write theology. He wrote a story, and then he created the world.
Yeah.
He made something that, when you dig into it, when you ponder on it, he's just instantly revealed in more
Exactly.
splendor and more beauty than you could ever imagine. And I think that music, that's what I'm looking for when it comes to music. Like, I'm, for me as an artist,
Yeah.
somebody who plays music, that's why worship music can get frustrating to me sometimes. Because sometimes it's very.
It's
When I
not.
can learn
yeah.
how to play a song on the way to church on Sunday morning at 5 in the
Yeah.
morning,
Right.
it's not you're not tickling my music
Yeah.
bone, you know.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean that's just it's like I've like had a lot of worship music stuff that I've played and stuff where I just get stuck in that rut where I'm like, I used to really love these songs and I had like a spiritual connection to them, and now that I'm playing them, I'm just like, these are just really easy songs and I'm not getting the same rise that I got out of them like I used to.
Yeah.
And that's when you kind of go down that creative path to find a way to where you can maybe still make it palatable to a congregation at 9 a.m., but still where it tickles that music funny bone where this is, ooh, it get that sauce. Like it's got that little extra something on there, whether it's the drums or the bass comes in with a or the vocalist does a crazy run. Like in worship music, I feel like you're looking for those small little things. So that way the musicians like that are playing
It's
it.
almost like you have to. I would rather Jesus smuggle than music smuggle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to
I
say?
think-
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to smuggle in, like, ooh, whoa, did you hear what that guy did? Or did you hear how cool that was? Or did you hear that
Right.
talent or that creativity? They have to smuggle it into
It's almost
worship
like
music,
it can be distracting.
where I'd rather
It's a
have,
fine line, yeah.
You know. Of
yes, it
You know?
can make it
The
instantly
show.
non-congregational,
yeah.
where Jesus can be
Exalted.
like he was when he came here. He wasn't obvious,
Yeah.
but he was who he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
And
was
that's
a
about-
carpenter. He was a Jew in the Middle East that worked with wood, and it's like nobody was expecting God, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I want to make music that's like that. It's like you get halfway through the song and you're like,
Uh-oh.
what is going on with this song? Just like people said, what's going on with this man?
Yeah.
Like they were like, who is this man? Isn't he the son of a carpenter? Isn't this the son of Joseph?
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's what I want my songs to be like. That's what I want to do musically for the future. You know,
I like that.
yeah.
The truest expression of yourself,
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yes.
found by staring at him.
amen to that. Well, dude, I'm always down to help you out any way I can.
Yeah.
Josh is better at bass than me probably still today, even though he says, "Oh, I haven't played song." He's like, he's still got it. I know he's still
Oh
got
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, same thing with you. Like Wander Man, you want to get some guitar going? You got me anytime, man.
Oh yeah. I got it in the truck out there.
But I think that's a good note to wrap up on. You think?
I think so.
Yeah, because you got to get to work at 5:30.
I got to be there at 4:30
Oh,
in the
I-
morning.
yeah.
Oh, in the morning. Okay. I was about to
So-
say.
'Cause we're at-
11 hours.
I think we're about like a 2 in. We're about 2 in right now, Seabass.
We're at 2:17.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
why I'll go
Yeah.
to 2:30 and then
Yeah. But yeah, dude. Wander Man. Anything else you want to tell the world before we? What do you want to look straight into? Which cameras you got the best one?
I don't say any of them was the
Honestly,
best.
just go.
Middle.
Yeah.
Go middle.
Yeah.
Look into that middle camera and tell the world what you want to tell them.
I love you.
Any other words that you want to pass on to the world or all 4 viewers that we're probably going to have for right now?
I don't know. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, leave on a high note, man. Well, Joseph, we're definitely gonna have to do this a couple more times. We're
We gotta
definitely
do it with everybody.
we gotta have the next
Oh, yeah.
the next one in the Trombley Bay series of this podcast, of the Strange Herd podcast.
We should have a Strange Herd without you. It's just the band.
Oh
You have
yeah,
to take his name off the front first.
Yeah, good luck.
Called the Trombley Bay podcast.
I still have the Trombley Bay banner.
Oh,
With
wow.
Those freaking porn stars.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
Dang.
bro, that was so ridiculous.
it worked. It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad. I'm just making fun.
Okay, good. But yeah, man, we'll definitely we'll get you back on for the next Trombley Bay episode where we do all of the bandmates, and it's going to be wild. We'll talk about the Tennessee trip finally that we've been alluding to for
I
the
tried
last.
so hard not to talk about that.
Oh, dude, we all agreed on every. Joey agreed, Josh agreed. We got to tell the story together because we all have.
Why is it always me? Why am I always the one in the craziness?
You're the only one that can handle it.
Apparently.
That's exactly right. Though.
Against your will, you still had to do
Here,
it.
we'll give you a teaser. All right. I woke up at 3 a.m. in a bathroom stall of a bar that was closing with no phone, and had to find my way back to a hotel that was an hour and a half away
In a
with
city,
no money.
no money in a city
I convinced a man. And we'll talk about that next.
it's going to be
Ooh, next
a
time.
great story time.
time.
But other than that, man, gentlemen, you're wonderful. You're a blessing, salt and light to this earth. And as I keep talking to stall, just so I can get everything queued up that we need to. There we go. Now it's queued up. But I love you guys tremendously. We'll have you again back here on the Strange Herd podcast. Thank you, everybody.
Love you, Jared.
See you next time. Love you, Joe.
Wow, love you guys.
Wonder Man. Wonder Man.